And this is the second day of game week 1. I am live with Milia, and we're just about to begin. Milia, I mean, like yesterday you said a couple things. You saw players come in and they surprised you. Like, what are you expecting for game day 2?
I expect suspense. Majorly suspense. And heartbreak.
And heartbreak.
Yes.
You still supporting Mr. Morale?
Of course.
Well, I hope Mr. Morale's heart gets broken today, because I mean, I don't want to see him happy. I don't want to see Arsenal fans happy. Thank you very much, guys, for staying with us. We are about to go straight into the gameplay. But before we begin, we want to head over to the market so we can showcase our sponsors. Thank you very much. Special shout out to our sponsors.
This is Cafe One. Every great vision begins small. My name is Anointed Okorafor, and in 2021, I founded Just Chops and Chips. Well, let me bring you up to speed. This is Cafe One. Cafe One was founded in November 2021, and it has grown from a little business idea into a scalable business. Well, now we've gotten 4 branches, and the journey is still great ahead. We believe we can do it better. From what was serving over 2, 3, 5, 10 customers, we now attend to over 500 guests in a day, and it can get better. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Hope Rsdl, the Executive Manager and CFO at Just Shops Cafe. I manage the managers and manage resources. At Just Shops, we don't just give you pastries, we are building the future.
Welcome to Game Black, where we entertain you electronically.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rsdl, the River State Division 2 League. I am Himzas, and alongside me I have Khan, and we're bringing to you live commentary and in-game analysis of everything happening today. Well, if you don't know, the Rsdl kick-started yesterday. Yesterday was match day 1, and today is match day 2. Khan, how are you doing?
I'm feeling good, Himzas. I mean, like, this is my debut, commentary duties of the season. So, of course, I feel good. I mean, like, yesterday I hosted But I mean, it's a pleasure to be in the commentary booth with you today.
Well, you heard it from the man himself. Yesterday we had 10 games, and in 9 out of those 10 games, we had a winner. We had only one draw. So, like, what do you think about that?
I mean, classic EPL vibes. I mean, there has to be a draw somewhere there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the draw wasn't really a disappointment because I mean, these are classic players coming off against each other, and we saw like super gameplay, and coincidentally, that draw came in the last game of the day. Talking about the match between
Bruce and 1A1
and 1A1, very decent players. Bruce is actually one of my favorites, so I don't think that the outcome of that game was what he expected, but it was a decent game all around.
Yeah, you heard that right. Decency everywhere. We'll be diving into the first game of the day real soon. But before that, if you're a first-time viewer, this is the Rsdl. That's the second division of the River State League. On your screen, you can see the players there. And out of those players, 5 dropped from the RSPL last season, and 5 got promoted to the Elite League. Well, now those 5 were joined by 10 other players, and they will be battling it out to see who can get back to the Pro League. So we'll be having 10 players go back to the Pro League this season. Well, like I said, we'll be going into the first game of the day real soon, and the first game of the day today is between El Dorado and Chisco Fingers. El Dorado, everyone knows him from the RSPL last season, and he kind of fell off during the towards the latter stages of the RSPL. As for Chisco Fingers, I feel he had kind of a disappointing RSPL campaign, but do you think this is a chance for him to bounce back?
Yes, absolutely. This is a chance for Chisco Fingers to bounce back. I mean, I like the man. He said the truth about himself. He said, "This is my first tournament. This is I came here as a greenhorn, but I've learned valuable lessons." And you see, his first foray into tournaments, he was thrown he was thrown to the wolves, and they totally decimated him. But Chisco is a man that has, he has a mind of his own. He has, the willpower to get back up, and I can see him qualifying for the Pro League again. I mean, the Division 2 didn't start as he would have expected, but I know Chisco is resilient, right? And coming against a player like El Dorado is a mouthy player. I mean, he likes to talk. He's entertainment, and I think that is what the Rsdl is known for. I mean, charismatic players, charismatic in every sense of the word. So I hope to see El Dorado and Chisco Fingers go back to the RSPL, as both of them were relegated from the RSPL. Yes.
Yeah, the game is kind of hello old friend kind of meeting. Both players, they face themselves in the RSPL, and now they are back into Division 2, about to face themselves again. And El Dorado happened to be one of the fan favorites last time out. And there's been some talks about him, whether does he have the right mentality to play in the Pro League, because like everyone knows, he started well last season in the RSPL. His first 2 games, everybody was like, wow, this guy. Some people even tipped him to win the league, and I'm one of them, to be honest. So but he kind of fell off later on, and now people started questioning his mentality. But I feel he's back now, and he wants to prove a point, because his first game yesterday against Cold Snow, he defeated him 3-1, and now he wants to keep on winning. Don't you think so?
Yeah, well, it could be a deja vu, whatever, for us. Remember the biblical story of the 10 virgins? Some of them had enough oil in their lamps, but sadly for us, El Dorado didn't have enough oil in his lamp last season, and we would not say what part of the virgins he belonged to right now, because but El Dorado didn't have enough oil in his lamp last season, and he burnt out. And he started really well, and we've seen him start really well again this season. Now, the question is, El Dorado, do you have enough oil in your lamp to go all the way? We don't want to see you burn out again. I mean, you're a fan favorite. The players love you. He brings entertainment. I mean, he likes to talk. He knows how to rile the opponent and all that. And his gameplay is decent as well. But his mentality will be brought into question. That's a fact.
Well, you heard it right. And on your screen, you can see the standings currently. Number 1 being Shocker, the boy unsurprisingly, right? The boy from Bayelsa, followed by his fellow Bayelsa brother Chukuchuku.
Yeah.
These 2 Bayelsa boys, they came from their states to come and prove a point here in River State. But the surprising one about the table is Indaboski being at the bottom, because Indaboski, a very, very big name in the Port Harcourt gaming community.
Yeah.
A mentor to many of the players actually playing in the Rsdl.
Yes.
But now he sits, would you say, comfortably at the bottom? Because
Well, I got some comments yesterday from YouTube. A particular fan said he should take off that suit, but really, I don't think he came with the suit today. So I think he brought his mojo. And Indaboski is a respected player. I mean, he's a mentor to some players like Eldorado, and it's surprising to see his mentee on the fourth of the log while he languishes at the bottom of the table. But I believe Indaboski will bounce back up. Another name at the bottom, next to the bottom of the table, is Chisco Fingers. Unsurprisingly, there. Because he's still a greenhorn. Actually, Indaboski is Chisco Fingers is a player I like personally, but he's a greenhorn. Really, he's a greenhorn. Surprisingly, you can see Richie and Codeslow and Machala making the bottom four. I mean, I didn't expect to see Machala here at the bottom of the table.
yeah, Matala being at the bottom is quite surprising because in the game against Roland, he played against Roland yesterday,
Yes.
and before the game, you heard the way he was talking. He was like,
Underrated, bro.
yeah, he actually said that he underrated Roland, and it came back to bite him. And now he sits at the bottom. That's probably the relegation zone, but
Yeah.
I don't think that should really matter because there's still lots of matches, and the table is bound to change anytime soon. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, that's the beauty of the RSL. The table is super dynamic. I mean, one match day is enough to change everything. One match day is enough to change everything. But I can say for a fact that Shocker started really strong.
Yeah.
Started really strong. He won his first 2 games and he's sitting comfortably at the top of the log. Same with Chuku. I mean, I'm not surprised. These are players that, their reputation precedes them, right? Some people believe that Shocker belongs in the Pro League. He belongs in the Elite League. And Shocker is here trying to battle it out in the RSL to, get promoted the honorable way, right?
Yeah.
So, of course, I would not be surprised if at the end of the day he wins the whole thing. But I mean, the game is the game. The RSL is full of surprises. Anything can happen.
Yeah, talking about Shocker and Chuku, both players are playing against themselves today.
Yes.
That's first against second, and that's going to be a really, really tough match. Both players who are unbeaten right from the qualification stages up until this point. Shocker topped his group from the qualification stages, and so did Chuku. Both players ended up on 10 points, and they've won their first 2 games in the Rsdl this season. So you can expect that to be a really, really tight match, and these are players that they both respect themselves. So you see, there might be a little bit of respect coming into that game. Well, yeah, on the way in the first game, Eldorado against Chisco Fingers. But there's kind of a technical issue, so you can see them trying to set up the game pass, but it's already 1-1, and that is under 10 minutes.
Yes,
Chisco Fingers scoring first, and Eldorado quickly returning the favor, and it's 1-1 in 7 minutes of the game. Wow.
Yeah, Chisco was stabbed in the back by his friend yesterday.
Yeah.
He lost to Larry. Larry said, "He's my friend," and went ahead to beat his friend. But I mean, Chisco is coming back. This is the revenge mission for Chisco. He wants to beat a man that humiliated him last season in the Pro League, and what a better time to do it than in the beginning of the season. Mind you that the players will only face off against themselves once this season, and there is no other opportunity you'll get to get your pound of flesh back, Chisco. So I think the best thing you can do right now is make sure you expose in the parlance of the players, you expose Eldorado for the fraud he is, according to Machala.
Yeah, the last time both players faced themselves was in the RSPL, and it was a 7-1 thumping by Eldorado. He actually dominated that game. I think that was on the last match day of the RSPL. He defeated Chisco Fingers 7-1. But this one, surprisingly, Chisco Fingers went ahead first, but Eldorado returning the favor sooner rather than later. And it could get one thing about Chisco Fingers is that his game, there are bound to be goals.
It's all right. That's beautiful. The game between Chuku and Shocker, I would really pay to watch that game.
Exactly.
That would be a PPV game, right? 2 giants going head to head. An opportunity here. Oh, that is a second goal.
Well, Eldorado, as everyone knows, he opted for Barcelona this time around. Last time in the RSPL, he decided to use Paris Saint-Germain, but now As a Barcelona fan that he is, you can see him there with the Barcelona jersey. He decides to use FC Barcelona, and he has gone ahead against Chisco Fingers. Could this be a replay of what happened last time out?
Well, possibly. I mean, he's here with his Barcelona shirt. That would be a good luck charm for him and all that. But I hope not, because Chisco is focused. He's really focused, and he wouldn't want a repeat of it. See the man El Dorado there, just waiting for whatever is stopping him. You can see how fixated he is on the monitor, and how how his hand is on the controller. 2-1 it is. Jao Neves. Oh, that's intercepted. Chisco Fingers can't seem to keep possession for a long time.
Yeah, Chisco Fingers just can't seem to keep possession for a long time. And the fact that El Dorado is the kind of player who loves possession, just like Barcelona, everyone knows Barcelona for having possession. He decides to use the style in which his favorite team plays in. You see him, they have already said it earlier. You could see the Barcelona jersey. Same thing he did yesterday. He wore a different Barcelona jersey. That means this guy is a really big Barcelona super fan.
Yeah.
Everything about him has been FC Barcelona, and maybe anytime he puts on that jersey, it actually helps him, because he's on track to his second win now if this game does end this way. But well, there's still lots of time to play in this game, and it could go either way.
Of course, there is lots of time. Lots of time and a lot of everything to play for in the 20th minute.
Yeah, 20 minutes on the clock, and it is currently 2-1. A through ball there by Chisco Fingers, but no, player was offside, and El Dorado finally has a chance to regroup, and he's on the attack straight away with Rashford down the wing. Looking to cut inside, plays that ball there to Ferran, back to De Jong. El Dorado, the man, he will just keep passing, waiting for that space to come out. That's something everyone knows El Dorado for. He will pass and pass and pass till he finds that little bit of space. He's not the kind of player who would like to counter, and say against deep line teams, against low blocks, he might actually struggle.
Yes.
But talking of low blocks, Chisco is not one to play a low block, because last time in the RSPL we had one of the worst defenses. I think he considered the most goals then.
Hope that improves, because this is a very unforgiving season, and unforgiving players are on the log. So he would not want to make the kind of mistakes he made last season. Rashford intercepted again. Vitinha. Okay, this is counter-attacking chance for Chisco Fingers. They seem to lose possession real easy.
Yeah, Chisco Fingers, like yesterday, he's already considered 5 goals against his best friend Larry yesterday. Larry said he was his friend, but there was nothing friendly about the performance he put up against Chisco.
Yes.
There was nothing friendly about that, and some commotion. And Desire Doué somehow flops his lines there, because that was a golden opportunity for Chisco Fingers to get back in this game. And you could see the smile on El Dorado's face. That was a really, really huge mistake there, but he was so lucky to come out unscratched.
Another attacking opportunity for Chisco Fingers. Carver. Dembele. Oh, blocked there.
Not like El Dorado in this game, he seems to lose possession easily. In the game against Coldest Snow yesterday, we saw the way almost all his passes were so accurate, inch perfect. But today against Chisco, he's been kind of sloppy. I know he's in the lead currently, but I feel if he keeps giving away possession the way he is currently, Chisco is bound. Chisco is someone who will score. He loves scoring goals. We might talk about how bad his defense is, but one thing you cannot put past him is that his attack is really, really good. Well, 42 minutes on the clock. It's kind of been a slow game, but El Dorado has a chance now with Marcus Rashford. At this point, Rashford one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he finessed it, but it was just wide off the post, and you could see his reaction there. That's not what he expected. He expected to bury that in the net, but unfortunately for him, that couldn't happen. And well, it is halftime. 2-1. El Dorado 2, Chisco Fingers 1. As things stand, El Dorado on track to his second win in the Rsdl this season, and Chisco, if it ends this way, that's 2 losses out of 2 games.
it's been a nervous start for him, I mean Eldorado. So I hope he corrects that and stops making those mistakes.
Yeah, we hope Eldorado stops making those mistakes because it looks like Tixco is about to punish him. But no, Frankie de Jong, the defensive midfielder, was caught in the passing lane there. And now Eldorado trying to turn defense into attack. It's Marcus Rashford, finds Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres plays a through ball. Could Perry be offside? And he is offside there. Oh, that was really beautiful piece of play there from Eldorado. But just a second too late in releasing that pass. Well, as long as you're watching, you can also drop your comments in the comment section. Let us know your thoughts on this game. Who you
Want to
think is
see
going to
how
win?
you feel. We want to hear how you feel
Yeah.
about the players and about their gameplay. Yes.
You know, I can see a lot of comments here. Some rooting for Eldorado, and Eldorado is 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. And this time, Sabanov coming in clutch. He's had about 2 good chances since he scored his second goal to add more goals in this game, but no. Marcus Rashford missing a 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and now Ferran Torres' shot was saved by Safanov. Now the question begs, would Chisco Fingers punish him for those missed chances? Because this is the kind of game in which you can't afford to miss.
But see, Safanov has denied Eldorado twice. If only he could deny Kai Havertz yesterday, maybe that game would have had to go into the extra time of the UCL finals. But of course, here we are, Fabian Ruiz. Attacking chance for Chisco Fingers. Can he make something out of this? Fabian Ruiz again. Passing Vitinha. Oh! Cut out there by Eldorado. Eldorado tries to turn defense to attack. Vermin. I don't know how to describe their gameplay, but I don't think a lot of viewers would really say they are playing at the peak of their powers, because I mean Eldorado can play better than this, and of course Chisco definitely can play better than this, but they keep giving away possession in the cheapest ways possible.
Well, I feel this has been one of Chisco's better performances defensively. I know Eldorado has had those chances and has missed them, but the way Chisco has defended in this game, it's not something we've really seen from him right from the Rsdl, even into yesterday's game. But against the almighty Eldorado, the man whose attack is always free flowing, he's been able to kind of keep him quiet to an extent.
Yes, he's been able to contain Eldorado so far, limiting the number of goals to just 2 with 1 of his own. So the margin is not really wide. It's a very slim margin, and it could go either ways. You know, Eldorado could either extend the lead to 2, or Chisco Fingers could close it all together and make it a tie, but that's left to be seen in the 73rd minute. Lamine Yamal, this is an attacking chance for Eldorado. He's trying to make something out of this. Can he actually make something out of this? He's bringing his defenders into the play, but dispossessed there by Marquinhos.
Yeah, Eldorado, he seems to like opt for game management so early on in the game. Same thing happened in the game against Coder Snow.
Yes.
He was 3-1 up, and at the 50th minute, he just decided to recycle possession till the game was over. I don't know if that's the same thing here, but he's not been able to give those passes here. He would love to.
I mean, I don't think that is really smart tactics, you know, like defending so early, packing the box so early in the game against a player that loves to attack. I mean, if you saw the game, the UCL final yesterday, that was the same strategy Atara decided to use, but it came back to bite him, because you don't just pack the box that early. I mean, you got ahead early in the 6th minute, and then you started defending from there. You know, Arsenal is known to be a possession team, but they allowed themselves. But I will not go into Arsenal's whatever woes today. We'll just focus on Chisco's woes rather, and see if Chisco can make something out of this.
Well, can Chisco make something out of this? We know that PSG did come back yesterday in the game against Arsenal. Can Chisco come back in this game? 86 minutes on the clock. It seems like Eldorado is about to run away with this one here, because he still has possession, and now, you know, it's the time where he will just pass and pass till the end of the game. Let's see if he tries to attack. At this point, you know, Eldorado, I feel he's been a bit more matured He just wants to keep possession and not really attack. Eldorado is the kind of player that he wants to outscore his opponents.
Yes.
But here, 2-1 lead, and he's just okay with that because as long as he gets him the 3 points, I don't see an issue with that.
Yes, of course. I don't think his the opponents in the studio, the other gamers in the studio, would approve of his approach right now because it was expected that he would go in and whitewash Chisco Fingers, but he's managed to just escape. I mean, he just equalized and he came back and he was comfortable with a 2-1 win there over Chisco Fingers, a player that many of the other players would want to punish with wide margins. But I mean, maybe Eldorado learned his lesson from last season and he has decided to play it safe this season. We don't know. But I mean, I really hope for his sake that he can, maintain this momentum. He's now on 6 points with the likes of Shoka and Chukuchuku. But I'd like to see how long he can keep this momentum going. Eldorado there with the win over Chisco Fingers, and the game just ended 2-1. And let's quickly look at the comments on YouTube. You can see somebody said that their gameplay was giving him headache. I mean, it was that boring.
I think all 3 goals did come in the first half, and the second half we were short of goals. There were no goals in the second half, and Eldorado is the kind of player to give you an interesting gameplay usually. So it's kind of surprising for him to just go with the safer option today, especially against someone like Chisco, who Larry put 5 goals past yesterday. You would have expected that Eldorado should put something similar. No disrespect to Chisco though, like based on past games. Now Eldorado is 2 up on him in head-to-head.
Yes.
Right from the RSPL, the 7-1 thrashing, but now 2 goals to 1, and I can say that there has been lots of improvement in Chisco Fingers' defense.
Yes, of course, there's been improvement in his defense. But I mean, let's talk about that wayward attack by Dewey. Like, he had an open opportunity to equalize. He had an open opportunity to bring the game level, but he ballooned it into the stands. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there, but that was his golden opportunity to give us the second draw this season and maybe salvage a point for himself. But I know Chisco would be disappointed. His fans would be disappointed with the outcome of that game. Eldorado is good, but Eldorado is beatable. We've seen it before. And Chisco could have, gotten a point of Eldorado if he had, just managed to put that particular ball in the net. So our next game, we have Larry going up against Richie. Larry won his first game yesterday. I cannot really remember the outcome of Richie's game.
Yeah, Richie lost to Mr. Morale yesterday, 2 goals to 0.
Okay, good. That's beautiful. I mean, Richie would be looking to get back into serious positions, contest for the qualifiers. But I'm sure that Larry would want to consolidate his place amongst the elite, and he would want to join the band of 6-pointers. And let's just see how that goes. I know Larry is a very decent player and he's hungry as well. I mean, he is Chisco Fingers' best friend. And if he could do that to his best friend yesterday, I wonder what he will do to Richie today.
Yeah, Richie, he's still looking for his first point, and so is Chisco Fingers. Chisco has played 2 games so far in the RSDL, and Richie has played just 1 game. Larry too is on 1 game currently, and that he beat his best friend Chisco Fingers 5 goals to 2. And this is the second game of match day 2. Richie up against Larry. Well, if you don't know, Richie dropped from the RSPL last season into the Division 2. So now this could be actually be a time for him to be able to go back up. Yeah.
Yes, one of the players that came down. Yes, I totally believe that he can go back up, into the standings. Right now, I want to shout out to one of our sponsors, A Bunch Exchange. Well, shout out to Nexel Gaming, of course, for helping us put up this spectacular competition. Want to also shout out to our entertainment partners. My favorite, particularly Just Chops, for the refreshments that have been coming in, and we want to shout out to Game Aid as well for all their support. Let's look at it this way. I mean, the energy in the studio yesterday was infectious. A lot of the players, they were looking to secure the very first wins. Some of them got their first 2 or 1 wins, but some of them, went away with nothing. I want to ask you, what player were you most disappointed in, from the opening matches yesterday?
The player I expected to come away with a win in that game was Machala, to be honest. Coming up against Roland, I know Roland, he's not really known that way. He's not really known, but He did finish on top in his group in the qualification stages, but I still expected Machala. Of course, it's Machala, someone who defeated PJ 3-0 in the RSPL. She should have been easily been able to overcome Roland, but that just went against the run of play there.
Yes,
And Roland,
I think Marcella actually, underrated Roland a lot.
yeah,
Underrated Roland a lot. But Roland took advantage of that and, beat him comprehensively. So, yes, you cannot afford to underrate a player, any player this season, because everybody is coming in with their A game. Milia actually spotted that yesterday. She said that all of the players are coming with their A game, so you cannot afford to underrate any player. If you underrate any player, you will get thrashed. It's that easy.
yeah. Talking about Roland, the guy, he did beat Machala, but apart from the game against Machala, he played soccer, and he almost stunned everybody in the studio because he gave Soccer a run for his money. Everybody expected Soccer to like easily win in the blowout, but
Yes.
Roland was able to drag that game towards the last minute before Soccer could get the win. And that's surprising. That means now this Roland is really the next big thing, if I must say. Like with the performance he's put up so far, beating Machala 3-1 and almost defeating Soccer, someone who is hailed to be one of the best in the South.
Yeah, you cannot afford to you cannot afford to underrate any player here because everybody or anybody can send you to the cleaners. I mean, you cannot afford to underrate anybody. Just mention any name from Larry to to Cold as Snow to Bright. Anybody would embarrass you if you slip up. If they catch you lacking, sorry, they will embarrass you. But of course, Machala's mistake yesterday was he came in super confident and he was bragging about it. He said this is a short 3 points for him. But surprisingly, whatever, yesterday, Roland took him to the cleaners and thoroughly, cleaned him up. So we're expecting to see much of that today, of course. But I hope nobody will underrate anybody.
Yeah, I'm expecting to see much twists today. Well, we are on the way for the second game. Larry up against Richie, and Richie, the man who has been using Arsenal, Real Madrid fan who always opt for Arsenal in every game he plays, and Larry using Real Madrid. There's something about Larry's gameplay yesterday with those first time through balls against Chisco Fingers. Well, we're about to find out if Richie can actually cope with that because Richie's on the attack now, and Richie, kind of fast-paced player, he loves those fast passes. I don't know, this game kind of balanced for me because Larry, you can't underrate him because now he's played a through ball into Vinny Jr. and Vinny Jr. and Larry has gone ahead in this game.
Of course, if he could do that to his best friend yesterday, what can he not do to Richie? I mean, Richie, I would not have decided to, use Arsenal. I mean, no disrespect to Arsenal, but after whatever happened yesterday, I mean, psychologically, Arsenal players, I will not be mentally ready for this, but whatever. I mean, we've seen Richie go up there, and we can see already the the fans are already hailing him, Larry Anders. Oh,
yeah, Larry Anders, and I can see that comment is coming from the man himself, Doom, who finished on second in the RSPL last season. Well, it seems like Larry is not here to play because yesterday, within 14 minutes, he was 2 goals up against Chisco Fingers, and now within 15 minutes, he's 1 goal up against Richie. Richie is yet to score a goal yet in this Rsdl season. Mr. Morale defeated him 2-0 yesterday, and now Larry seems to be on track to do that. But wait, Martinelli is in the box now. What can he do there? And Richie chips, and Richie scores.
that was a cheeky goal from Richie there, reminding us of what he's capable of.
What a beautiful goal that was. The angle looked tight, but not for Richie. You could see the chip there. And the ball slowly bouncing into the back of the net. And we are all square now in the first half. 21 minutes. And it's 1-1. That means this game is bound to have lots and lots of goals.
Of course, I mean, chipping from that angle is really audacious, really bold. And only a player with as brilliant as Richie can do that. We're level now. And let's see what Larry has up his sleeve again.
Seems since Larry scored that first goal against the run of play, because Richie, the game against Richie, you're almost bound to surrender possession. So Larry has opted to go for the counter-attacking technique, and that was the same thing we saw in the game against Chisco Fingers yesterday. He rather does use his counters to work. Well, it's been working well for him, so why should he change that?
I mean, the brother doesn't care about beautiful football. I mean, he just wants to score goals. He just wants to win. But Eze Richie has gotten his second goal against Larry, and we can see Larry pop out that headset as if that's the reason why he has fallen behind. Oh, Larry. Will we see a defeat for Larry today?
2-1 already. Richie doing the comeback which Arsenal could not do yesterday, unfortunately for them. Well, that could change real soon because Larry's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, but David Raya.
Somebody said in the comments, the commentary called out Richie and he replied, "What a way to shut me up." Beautiful there by Richie. Oh, mistake again. Will Larry take advantage of this? He is clawing and clawing. Oh, lost possession there.
Well, Richie, since he scored the second goal, Larry has been looking like attacking and wanting to score. His defense has been kind of compact as well. Richie has kind of lost a hold of the game. But Richie, he doesn't really need to be really into the game for him to score against him.
Yes, he always finds space. And he's looking for that space. Ooh.
Yeah, Richie trying there, and now Larry cleared the ball, and I think Richie would have a corner. This just goes to remind me of the game against Machala in the RSPL. Richie against Machala. Richie was down 2 goals in the first half, and coming into the second half, he did little tweaks, and you know what happens when Richie does those tweaks. He came back into that game, and the game ended 2-2. He actually had the chance to even go ahead in that game, but unfortunately, he couldn't get that goal. But I remember that he scored one of the best goals of the RSPL campaign with Victor Gyökeres in that game. A finesse from outside the box, like into the top corner, and there was no chance there for Manuel Neuer to save that. Well, talking about chances, an unusual goal scorer in William Saliba. Now, the corner, people talk about Arsenal and corners, and Richie has translated it to the game now. Everybody talks about Arsenal only scoring corners, but, well, Saliba has added another goal for Richie. 3-1 at the end of the first half. Larry is distraught because this is not what he expected. He went ahead in this game, but Richie didn't let him settle. And in a hurry, Richie has given 3 unreplied goals. So 3-1, and Richie now will be cruising to victory because he's about to get his first points of the Division 2 campaign after his first loss to Mr. Morale yesterday. And I wouldn't even say he didn't play well against Mr. Morale, but he was a bit not too clinical in the game against Mr. Morale. And Mr. Morale, once he has those chances, he would bury them. I think he's done his homework because he scored almost every chance he's got in this game today, and he's on the attack once again, and he tried to play that pass there to Mikel Merino, but no, and he's found a way to get the ball back again.
I mean, Richie is playing really beautiful football right at this point, playing really beautiful football at this point, and you can see how calm, how collected he is. Oof. And his fans are, cheering for him. Let's go get that form for the RSPL. Oh, let's continue with the form from the RSPL. Let Dexter, this is the champion. The River State champion is, shouting out to Richie right now. You can see the support. It's all love from brothers. Oh, that was a close one from Larry. But I mean, if you have this kind of people supporting you, then of course, you have, you should really be excited. I mean, the River State the Rsdl champion is showing his support. Then the number 2 man, I'm talking about Doom, showing his support as well. Richie must be fired up right now.
Richie being fired up, especially now that you know the man, the champion of the RSPL, rooting for him. That's a good gamer knows another good gamer, and he's on the attack once again. Could he add the fourth with Gabriel Martinelli dancing in the balls, finds Declan Rice and Iberechi Eze to be seen. Eda Militao just clearing the ball, and Larry finally has a chance to breathe again.
Jude Bellingham. Offside. Mbappe just straight offside there, bringing that Larry attacking opportunity to naught. Mikel Merino, Saka again. Richie is now playing like a man possessed. He wants to be sure that he has 3 points in the bag. Declan Rice, Martinelli. Oh, twisting and turning at the edge of the box, but that was a nice block. Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Junior. This is... Oh, he's cut out now. Another attacking opportunity by Richie. Richie is bossing this midfield.
Yeah, he's absolutely destroying Larry in the midfield, and like I said, Richie, the kind of guy who always loves to have possession. Once you're a possession-based player, you're always going to cycle the ball in the middle of the park, and that's exactly what he's doing. And he's found a space, and that was just wide there. That was a chance to get the fourth goal in this game.
His fourth would have definitely put this game to sleep, because it's pretty much open in the 75th minute.
Talking about open, Bellingham finds the through pass there, and Mbappe plays. Oh, that was a really good chance, really good piece of play there by Larry, but the final action was not just on point. Well, Richie finally has a chance to counter attack again, and he finds Mikel Merino. He tries to cut the ball back to Gyökeres, who was looking in the box, and Larry has lost it, and Martinelli. But once again, Thibaut Courtois, you could even say he's been the man of the match for Larry.
So far,
that's surprising, considering Larry has already conceded 3 goals in this game.
Yes, could have been more. But Thibaut Courtois has kept the scoreline a little bit respectable.
Talking about respect, Richie doesn't look to respect Larry anyway, and no, that was just offside there. But that was a beautiful goal. You could see it. No goalkeeper is saving that. Even Thibaut Courtois, the real Thibaut Courtois, might probably have no chance at that.
Definitely would not. Another opportunity. Oh, saved. But he gets his fourth regardless. The first one came up the woodwork, but that follow-up, there was no denying that. Mikel Merino getting the fourth for Richie. Now this game is dead and buried, closed and sealed. But Richie still wants goal number 5. Will he get it? I think not. And a counter-attacking chance for Larry.
At this point, Larry is finding it really hard to even string some passes together there, and Martinelli, it'll be a silky skill moves and the step overs there, getting past that defender.
Do unto others as you would have it done to you. Larry totally did this to his friend yesterday, and he has been done this to by Richie. And the smiles are no longer there.
Well, the game is over. Richie has finally kick-started his Rsdl campaign with a win. This is actually his second game, but he's finally gotten his name in that list of players to get 3 points. Larry, he had 3 points yesterday, and unfortunately for him, he can't continue on his winning streak today. Lost 4 goals to 1. That at this point now, I feel his goal difference is back to 0, because he beat Cisco Fingers yesterday 5 goals to 2, and he had a +3 goal difference, and now he's actually considered lost by 3 goals, and that means it's back to 0. Well, he still remains on 3 points, and that's good for him, because at least he does have a win. Yeah, so
we could see comments from the channel coming in. Someone said Larry ghosted after his first goal, and Elvis is saying, "Welcome to the RSDL, Larry." I mean, it was all fun and games in the opening day, but you've gotten a taste of your own medicine. Sorry about that, Larry. I hope you come back stronger against your next opponent. But welcome to the RSL.
Yeah, welcome to the Rsdl, Larry. According to that comment, yeah, you saw it there. So Richie now has finally gotten a win. I remember in the RSPL last season, he got a win in his first 2 games. Like his first game, he won Venom 5-2, and his next game he lost to Doom 8-0. So out of his first 2 games, he got 3 points, and that's exactly what has happened again in his first 2 games in the RSDL. Talking about that 8-0 loss, I think that game, that's what people kind of knew Richie for in the RSPL. The guy who lost by the highest goal margin in the RSPL. But I feel that game was just Doom being Doom at that point. Yeah. After Richie considered the first 3 goals, I think he kind of gave up early on in the game, and Doom, no respecter of persons, kept on adding those goals. But Richie, he actually put up his performances after that were kind of good in my opinion. His performances after that 8-0 loss to Doom, kind of good. He actually was the one who made sure that PJ wasn't able to become RSPL champion.
Yes, I mean he did Dexter a huge favor there last season in the RSPL. Has stopped PJ dead in his tracks, to guarantee a win for Dexter. So I think Dexter actually owes that crown to him.
Yeah, you can see Dexter in the comments rooting for Richie. This might be one of the reasons. Who knows?
Yes, of course. Dexter rooting for him, should tell you something. Of course, I mean he is champion today because Richie stopped the PJ onslaught, and we can also see that Doom is also in the comments supporting the players this season. All these players have qualified for the Elite League. I mean Dexter and Doom and PJ. Waiting for the other players to join them when they move from the Pro League to the Elite League. But we'll only see if the likes of Richie would make it that far. I mean, Richie is a decent player, one of the respected players, one of the calm players. Yeah. But it remains to be seen if he will survive this division. I mean, this division is made up of killers and assassins. I mean, people that are ready to embarrass you. They just want to embarrass you and steal a point off you and just throw you to the curb and just go up, if you look at it. So you cannot afford to actually slip up, because somebody is ready to take the seat from under you if you slip up in this division.
Yeah, you heard it. If you slip off, there is somebody waiting to reclaim your position. Talking about Larry, he's had a good start. He won his first game and he's lost the next, but I feel that shouldn't be really anything for him in my opinion. He's on 3 points, and there are many players who are yet to get 3 points in the game. Well, the game is over, and sooner rather than later, we'll be going into the 3rd match day. But before that, we're heading over to Milia for an interview.
Right about now, we have Larry here with us. How are you feeling today?
I'm sure you can see the devastation on my face right now, but one bad game doesn't make a bad player, so I'll be back.
One bad game doesn't make you a bad player. I'm sure you didn't see that coming.
I can't say that. This is someone that was relegated from the Pro League, so I knew it was a tough match coming in, but I had some big chances which I missed, and that took a toll on the game.
So has this affected your morale so far?
Not at all. I just know that I have to be clinical next time. That's it.
So next time we should expect more from you.
Sure. Not that they are going to be easy matches, but I'll put up my best performance as usual.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right.
Wish you the best.
Well, you heard it from the man himself. One game doesn't make a bad player. And I see another comment here saying, that Richie good. Oh.
Richie is actually a very good player.
Yeah, Richie is a really, really good player. But the fact that he got relegated into Division 2 doesn't mean he's bad, because that just goes to show you how tough that RSPL was.
That's the RSPL. The RSPL was brutal. It was actually very brutal. Very brutal. I mean, you could look at players like Machala got relegated. Machala deserved to be there.
Yeah.
He deserved to be there if we're being honest. But he got relegated from the Rsdl, and that only goes to show you how dangerous that division is. You know, players like Venom. Venom is a very popular player.
Yeah.
But he was at the bottom of the table. He finished at the bottom of the table.
So comfortably
yes,
there.
comfortably at the bottom of the table. That should show you a lot of things. Look at other players, like people like Fonzie, unexpectedly made it to the end league, right?
Yeah.
And players like Eldorado had to be relegated all the way down, and that still goes to show you how tricky the pro division is. And we have our next gamers getting up. One of my favorites, Bruce, facing off against Chisco Fingers. Bruce is a deadly player.
Yeah, really, really dead. He looks like a very simple guy. You see him and be like, is this the guy that does this once he has those controllers in his hands? Because what we saw right from the qualification series, even up until yesterday, yeah, we know he drew the game, but it was against another really deadly player in 1v1. But Bruce is a really, really good player. He finished second in a group of soccer, finished on 9 points, and soccer finished on 10. So that just goes to show that, wow, this guy is something.
Yeah, he is something, of course. I mean, Bruce reminds me a lot of Anders, simple gameplay, but he gets the results.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, that is what matters. I mean, that is just what matters. Guys, want to shout out to our sponsors, Just Chops, Gameville. I want to shout out to Cade Esports, and of course the Esports Federation of Nigeria. Of course, our media partner, Nexel Gaming, and not forgetting Hedera Studio. Don't forget, Game Aid has helped us put this together. I want to shout out to the producing studio, 43 Esports, for putting this beautiful masterpiece together. We cannot forget a bunch exchange, of course, for throwing their hat in the ring to bring this masterpiece to you. I mean, the next game is about to start. So, what's your prediction for the next game? Let's just go out on the limb and do it.
Prediction, I give it a Bruce win. With the Bruce win. I really enjoy the way he plays, but one thing I know is not going to be a walkover for him, because Chisco, he's looking for his first 3 points, and he's lost 2 games now. He wouldn't want to lose it head. He doesn't need to lose it head.
Yes.
You heard it from him that he wants to grind his way back up into the RSPL, but so far it's not just been happening for him. So I don't know what the issue is, but I feel he needs to actually get his stuff together so that he can get those wins, probably start working his way up into RSPL, the Rsdl table rather.
Okay, let's get it interesting right now. We want to see your predictions in the comment section. I mean, your goal scoring predictions, your scoreline predictions in the comment section. If you feel that, okay, this is how this match will end, let's see your predictions in the comment section. Duro Daniel there saying Bruce Ways, I don't see Chisco winning this one. And well, I mean Chisco could win this one if you look at it, because I mean they're no favorites in any game here. So let's hear your match scoreline predictions in the comment section. The comments are really funny.
There's another comment there saying Bruce to power Chisco. Well, since the start of the game, it's been all Chisco up until this moment. Well, Bruce is about to start up something, but Chisco again finding a way to stop that attack. And Chisco has had like quite a number of good opportunities in this game already, but he's been unable to capitalize on any of them.
Yes, we've seen our first prediction come in 3-1 Bruce, 3-1 there to favor Bruce, but at the 18th minutes, no goals yet. So let's just see how much.
Talking about no goals, Bruce trying to cut the ball back to Jude Bellingham. That guy has been really vital to him right from the qualification stages. I think he's actually scored the most goals for Bruce since Bruce started using Real Madrid, because I don't know what option he has Bellingham on. I'm talking about options. Chisco found the right option in the box with Ousmane Dembele and has gone ahead in this game.
Oh, we can see the comments already. Chisco to upset Bruce. Is that prediction going to see the light of day? We will just see that. But oh no, that is a shocking lead. Chisco has taken the lead, and Bruce is making too many mistakes at the back. Chisco could have gotten his second goal already.
I think Bruce needs to fix up. This isn't the Bruce we saw yesterday. It's not the Bruce we saw in the knockout stages. Today it's been all Chisco in the first 15 minutes, and now Chisco has gotten the lead, and he really had the chance to get another goal to extend the goal lead to 2, but Courtois was just there to save Bruce, and I think Bruce now is making some tactical tweaks to see if he can get himself back in this game. One thing is for sure, Bruce is not the kind of player that you can write off.
Yes, of course, you cannot write Bruce off. Of course, you cannot do that. Do that at your own peril, at your own detriment. There's a comment from Tez. It says, shocker for the trophy. I mean, it's still too early in the tournament to start, talking about trophies just yet. But of course, anything is possible. This is an attacking chance for Bruce. Oh! He just blasts that wide. He would regret that, of course. I am sure of that.
That was a huge miss there from Bruce. Mbappe, unlike him, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and you expected him to bury that, but I feel his precision shooting was just a bit off precision because that didn't end in the back of the net there. Chisco now turning defense to attack. You see, Chisco has been attacking down the wings, trying to find those cutbacks into the box. That was how he got his first goal against Dembele.
Yes.
And now it seems to be working because it seems the wings are always empty there, and he would also keep on trying that to see if it can get him more goals. Bruce needs to really score soon.
It could actually work in Chisco's favor because right now he's attacking again. Vitinha, okay, he loses the possession. There, Bruce is desperately looking for something, clawing and clawing, looking, twisting and turning, looking for that opening. Yes, Mbappe now. Oh, passes to Rodrigo. But we see a Bruce equalizer now. Oh, Ben loses there again, but he gets the ball back. Vinicius Jr. It's really been scrappy at the back there for Chisco Fingers. I mean, it doesn't have to be beautiful defending as long as it works.
As long as it works.
Yes.
It seems to have been working for him because
Yes,
he's been
working
intercepting most of the balls in his own area, and Bruce not finding that space, and Chisco almost getting on another goal there. The same cutback. I've been talking about this cutback. Bruce needs to find a solution to that.
I mean, I believe the other players are taking notes right now. In the qualifiers, nobody really, found a way to contain Bruce until Shocker came and did what Shocker does. But I mean, this match should be a learning ground for other opponents of Bruce. Oh, he pulls one back.
And there, Chisco Fingers defense just finally couldn't contain Bruce. Pulling another one of his tricks out of his arsenal there. And he's gotten himself back in this game. It is 1-1 and it is halftime. You see Courtois almost saving Chisco Fingers there, but Mbappe was just locking around. And of course, it's an empty net. You expect him to bury that. It is 1-1 and we are underway in the second half. Bruce, remember, in the game against 11 in the knockout stages, he went behind first. And when he instigated his comeback, it was almost like a decimation because 11 couldn't even get a hold of the ball again. That game ended 5-2.
Yes. I mean, 11 will be scratching his head right now and asking himself what went wrong in that game because, everybody thought 11 had that in the bag until Bruce switched gears and just started doing Bruce things and dumped 11 effectively out of the tournament altogether. I mean, 11 would be home watching the other players vying for glory when he could have been here attacking chance for Chisco, but that was comfortably saved by Thibaut Courtois.
Talking about attacking, Bruce seems to be on the attack once again. He tries to just boost past Nuno Mendes there, but Rodrigo coming off short. It's been chaos in the middle of the park because both players seem to be losing the ball easily. And now Chisco trying to do something special down the wing with Rsdl. He's been vital for him. In this game, like I said, Chisco attacking down the wing. And this is the first time I'm actually seeing him do this. In the other games against Larry and other players, he was trying down the middle, but now he decided to go down the wings. And he's gotten his first goal.
Yeah, I mean, this is what good players do. They try different things. I mean, Chisco tried playing down the middle and it wasn't effective for him, so he switched to the wings, and so far he has had some success. I mean, we've seen the goal come in from the wings and all that. And 11 just said it in the comments. I'm not scratching my head. Bruce is a good player, but not that good. I mean, yes, of course he may not be that good, but he effectively dumped you out of the competition. I would say that's a good player. If a player beats you, that player is better than you. That's it. That's simple logic. But all the same, I mean, 11 is a decent. Oh, that was a goal scoring chance by Chisco. 11 is a decent player, very good player. Just wasn't his, just wasn't lucky. He's tried twice and has been unlucky on both occasions to get into the tournaments. This is an attacking chance for Bruce, and he weaves, twists, and turns, and he shoots it wide.
67 minutes on the clock, and it's still 1-1. And we've been kind of short of goals in 2 games today. First game against Chisco Fingers and El Dorado just produced 3 goals, and now 17 minutes on the clock, and we have just 2 goals. Well, could that change soon? Because Chisco seems to be on the attack, dancing around the ball, tries to try the through ball there, but no. And Bruce almost losing the ball at the edge of his penalty area, but his left stick was twisting and turning, saved him. And you see, Chisco has been able to cut out almost all passing lanes today. This is not something we've really seen from Chisco right from time, but today he's actually doing well when it comes to defending.
Oh,
I see another comment here saying, Bruce, another draw. Well, that's actually really surprising because he gave us our first draw in the RSPL this season. Would he possibly give us the next?
The odds for this game to end as a draw just went down. And Chisco may not want to make that happen. I mean, Chisco is looking for a point. Just a point would be enough to lift his spirits, and 3 points would be the best for how he's feeling right now. Bruce would also be looking not for 1 point. I think Bruce needs to win so he can establish himself firmly in the middle of the table. But that's not happening for either player right now. Bruce is not getting what he wants. Chisco would be happier with a draw, I believe. Oh, offside.
That was really bad there. I feel that wasn't even the player he wanted to give that ball to. From his reaction, you could see he was expecting to give it to the other player, but would you say the AI was against him there because the reaction said that. Well, I'd say Chisco playing better than yesterday and first game.
I agree.
Yeah, actually, like I said that even in the game against El Dorado, you could see there was kind of a switch. There was a switch from him in that game because Chisco faced Larry yesterday. His defense was so open, but in the game against El Dorado, he was able to keep El Dorado's attack somehow quiet. Talking about being kept quiet, we are in the 88 minutes in game, and Bruce is looking to go ahead, and he's blasted the shot just wide.
Frustration is setting in right now. I mean, you can see the smile on Bruce's face has gone away. It's faded, and right now he would have wanted to win this, but
talking about wanting to win, Usman Dembele! Oh! I really can't tell what happened there because you could see his leg get off the ground to get a shot off, but seems his leg just wanted to just hang in the air because I don't know how he couldn't get that shot off there. And like that comment said, Bruce, another draw. Well, you have your answer because the game is over and it is 1-1. Bruce has given us 2 draws in the Rsdl.
I mean, he's giving points, giving out unnecessary points. He could have beat 1A1 yesterday and could have beat Chisco today, but so far Bruce has not gotten what he would have wanted to get. I mean, would he begin to doubt himself there? Bruce has been my favorite player this season, but it's not going. I think it's time for me to change favorites. It's time for me to change favorites now.
Well, talking about favorites, I see some comments saying LOL, another draw. Yeah, you saw it there. Another draw. His first draw came against 1A1 in the final game of match day 1. And now the third game of match day 2. He's actually giving us another draw. But before we go into the next game, we'll be going straight to Mila for an interview.
Melia.
Mr. Bruce, how are you feeling after your match with Chisco. I mean, we saw the energy you brought in yesterday. Your match with IA, 1AI went very well. You won that round. Today you're drawing with Chisco. How do you feel about that?
This match was I tweaked a few things which I don't know whether they worked for me or not, because after the latest patch for this game, defending has become even tougher and harder, and it's become more unpredictable. So the first goal I considered against Chisco was not something that I would consider on a normal day. So I just tried my best to grind to get back in. But I still had many chances to come back and even win the match, but they were not even happening. So I think I'll just have to up my game in the next match as well.
So has this affected your morale in this game so far?
Not at all. As a matter of fact, it has boosted my morale because, like I said earlier, I'm literally the dark horse in this whole building because I'm not on the level of many players here. But for me to like play well against most pro players like 1v1 and Chisco fingers, I'm like, I think I can actually go far or do well. So just for the next match, I think I have a little bit of confidence for that, just for me to bury my chances, and that's all.
No problem. We are looking forward to seeing more games from you. Thank you. Let's get back to the commentary, guys.
Thank you very much, Amelia. Bruce is totally disappointed. I mean, that draw with 1A1 yesterday and a draw with Chisco Fingers today, that wasn't on his bingo card. I don't think that was on his bingo
No,
card.
definitely not. He expected to at least coming after his performances in the knockouts round. He had expected that coming into the RSDL, I should be doing better than this. And now that just goes to show you it's an entirely different ball game now. Because in the knockout round, he felt unstoppable. He defeated Nazi, I think 5-0, Prince G Fresh 3-1, and 11-5 goes to 2. But now in the RSDL, he's yet to get 3 points. 2 games on 2 points, 2 draws. And I'm sure that's not how we'd have expected, but you heard him say that he needs to bury his chances and maybe, just maybe, he can finally kickstart or get his first win in this campaign.
Yes, I hope he gets his first win. The next game we will be having Larry return against Frank. And Frank is sporting Bright is sporting that Club Brugge jersey, and you can see that characteristic serious face he has, and he didn't come here to play. I mean, his brother and friend Roland is already flying in this tournament, but I don't know if Frank can replicate the successes of Roland because they've been at each other's necks, trading banter and all that. Bright, I hope you win this game. Really, I hope you win this game, because if you don't, I know Roland will not stop singing it in your ears until the end of the week.
Yeah, this Bright is actually an exciting gamer because in the group stage, he finished second.
Yes.
He defeated Indaboski 6-0 in the group stages. So that was when I was like, wow, who is this guy? I really love to see. I know we didn't see much of him in the group stages because most of his games were offline. But after the performances, finishing second in Group A on 9 points.
And beating Indaboski by 6-0.
Not many players can boast of doing that. Well, up until yesterday as well, in the game against Chukuchuku, with Chukuchuku 1-3 you could see the way Bright played. Bright could have easily gotten an equalizer in the last minute, but Chukuchuku's defense and goalkeeper just stepped up at that moment. And he went on to win his next game against Mr. Morale 3-2. That means this guy is something.
Yes.
He's not here to play.
Yes, of course.
And Larry coming off the back of a defeat now, facing a motivated Bright. Wow, it's just going to be really, really exciting.
Yes, and his brother beat Machala, so it's like I mean, he's motivated, he's amped up. But we will only wait to see, how Larry reacts to, a very motivated Bright.
Yeah, we wait to see how Larry reacts to a very motivated Bright. You heard it there. Bright has always been using PSG. Larry, Real Madrid. So that was PSG against Real Madrid. And last time these two teams faced themselves in real time was, I think that was the Club World Cup, where PSG completely decimated Real Madrid.
Don't remind me, please. Well, I hope the reverse would be the case today, because Larry is, of course, a Real Madrid user. His club of choice is Real Madrid in this tournament. And of course, Bright is going for the trusty and dependable PSG. So let's just see how that game will, will go there. I mean, the last interview Miller had with Larry, he said he's looking to get his rhythm back and beat his next opponent. And I mean, sadly, he would have wanted it to be an easier opponent, but Bright is a very motivated player, and I don't think Bright would want to give it up like that. The game is underway. In the very first minute, we can see Larry starting strong. Nuno Mendes, William Pacho, Vitinha. Nuno Mendes again. Pacho again.
One thing about Bright is, from what I've noticed, he likes to have possession of the ball. So Larry should get prepared to have little to no possession in this game, and you see that should be offside there. Yeah, and yes, it is. He Bright knew there that he was offside and just decided to come back into the area. Finally, Larry has a chance to get possession and regroup to see if he can build something. Don't forget to tell us your prediction, what you think of this game, who is going to win, and your score prediction.
And scoreline, of course, very important. The scoreline, very important. Nobody got the scoreline for the last game between Bruce and the Chisco Fingers. So I hope somebody gets this one.
Well, Larry will be looking to see if he can bounce back from that early loss against BT 4-1. And on the other hand, Bright will be looking to see if he can extend his winning streak after defeating Mr. Morale 3-2 yesterday. And Larry finds a through pass to Ousmane Dembele, who's in the box, and he just tries to cut in there, but Ferland Mendy was in the way. And I feel Larry should be a bit more calm on the ball, because if he rushes all his passes, Bright is bound to get the ball off him.
Of course, Bright is a very calm and calculative player. I mean, opting to play possession-based football is for very intelligent players, and you can see so far he is keeping the ball, and he's keeping it so well. He's really doing well, thriving on the left flank, and we can see this is the goal-scoring opportunity for him, João Neves. João Neves again. Gives the ball to Hakimi. Doué. Oh, ball stolen there by Valverde, but the ball gets back to him. Kvara. Vitinha. He's just twisting and turning at the edge of Larry's box, and Larry can seem to keep possession for more than 30 seconds. João Neves. Fabian Ruiz again. Doué on the right flank. João Neves. This is all Bright now. All Bright for the past how many minutes? Bright has been with the ball, and he doesn't seem to be willing to give the ball up, as he is dangerously close. Oh, loses the ball, wins it back again. Fabian Ruiz. He has been in the box for too long, too comfortable on the ball there in the opponent box, but Larry finally gets a breather as he steals the ball. Mbappe on the counter. Tchouaméni. Hakimi still there.
Like I said earlier on in this game, I expected Bright to have lots and lots of possession, and that's exactly what's happening. Can also see a comment there saying Bright for the win, 2-0. Well, 30 minutes on the clock, and Bright has failed to score so far, but it looks like he's always close to scoring anytime he's in or around Larry's box. And once again, it's in that box, and Vitinha hits the box there.
Denied by the woodwork there.
But Larry still, Bright still has the ball again, still around Larry's area. Larry kind of confused there, because Bright is always finding those spaces, and he finds Dembele there again, twisting and turning, and finds Fabian Ruiz. And Dembele in the box finds Fabian Ruiz again, and the way Bright keeps finding these passes is something that's really shocking to me, because we really expect him to have that accuracy where Larry has most of his defenders.
Well, I haven't really seen any player hold the ball as perfectly as Bright this season. Bright keeps the possession so good it's difficult to even steal the ball from him. And when you even steal the ball, he recovers almost immediately. So he's dominating possession and, trying to make the most of it. Crava with the counter-attacking chance. Oh, he wins a corner.
42 minutes on the clock. And we are yet to see goals. But Bright will be looking to change that with the amount of pressure he keeps applying on this Larry's defense. The defense is bound to break. Oh, he does it. And of all people, Marquinhos putting that in the top corner just before halftime. Bright has been applying that pressure for a little over 5 minutes. And finally, it's been repaid with a goal. And he seems to want to get another one just before we come to the end of the first half. But no, he doesn't. And well, it is halftime. Bright leads by 1-0. I think it's all the good work he's been doing repaid there with that goal.
Yes, that goal was coming. It was going to come any moment. But, surprisingly, the person he came from, the Marquinhos, played that finesse shot like a striker and buried it in the top corner there. And Bright is not taking his foot off the gas anytime soon, still attacking. Oh, that was a cheeky cross, but offside.
Bright's looking to continue the second half just the way he ended the first there. Almost getting a pass into the striker there, but it happened to be offside and he looks again. And this time it's 1-1 with the goalkeeper. And Thibaut Courtois with a tip of his foot. So let this game still be 1-0.
Oof, Larry will be looking to give a response as soon as possible. If it stays this way, it's dangerous for him.
Well, that's a huge mistake there by Bright, but Nuno Mendes, a man who is known for his insane work rates, was coming back and getting the ball.
I said it before that I've not seen a player this season hold the ball as good and as much as Bright. And you see, when he loses the ball, he gets it back almost immediately. And this is what makes this player so dangerous. He is difficult to defend against for long periods, and he is also difficult to attack against because his defense is also solid. Bright could be the surprise package of this tournament if you look at it critically.
Yeah, he could be the surprise package because starting his high press is actually so insane. And you can see that crossfield ball there to Hakimi, and Hakimi is in offside. Tries to play the ball back to Desire Doué. Fabian Ruiz has it now. He's looking to recycle possession. That pass was just the wrong one there, and I thought that Larry was about to get the first time through ball there, but no, he opts to find Mbappe. Bellingham, it's kind of confusion there, but Vinny Jr. is in the box finally, looking for the cutback to Armenia.
That could have been an equalizer for Larry.
Bright would be thanking the heavens that didn't go in because Marquinhos, the PSG captain, was in the way, and now he'll be looking to add one more goal because he has Dembele in the box, but Dani Carvajal was just inch perfect there.
Rodrigo Goes. Tchouaméni, counter-attacking chance. Oh, Bright steals that one expertly.
What a beautiful slide tackle that was, I can't lie.
This is Doué again. Oh, he cuts that. That was expert defending by Larry, but Bright has not taken his foot off the gas just yet. Still probing, and he gets goal number 2. Guevara scores.
Bright adding another goal to this game. 2 goals up now against Larry.
Never in doubt. Never in doubt.
See, when the light shines bright, bright shines brightest.
Bellingham, saved by Safonov. We could see the players are not even letting up. John Neves got a yellow card there. That 2-0 prediction in favor of Bright has already come through. Let's see if that prediction would hold. Bright looking to turn defense to attack now. Fabian Ruiz looking for Doué. Larry will be looking for one goal, at least to pull one back. Vitinha gives the ball to Kvara again. Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz. You know, we've realized that a lot of commentators avoid that name. Kvara Scalia. It's difficult to say it, but
Well, that's a bit of Larry has finally gotten a goal for himself. 2 goals to 1 on Kylian Mbappe. I really don't know what Bright happened to be doing there because he got the ball, gave it away again, got the ball back and decided to gift it to Larry. And this time, of course, Larry
in the middle of the Kvaratskhelia confusion, Larry stole one back. So that prediction is already null now.
At this point, I feel Bright should just go for game management because it's already 85 minutes on the clock. There's no need to risk it by trying to go forward too much. Or could he have other plans? Because now he's played a through pass to Kvaratskhelia, and Kvaratskhelia gets the ball back again. And I feel now he will just go back all the way back. That's exactly what he does. You can see William Patu is just running, trying to waste time till the game is over. 88 minutes on the clock. He leads 2-1. He will probably love the 3 points more than adding one more goal to Italy.
Looking for an extra goal is the gamble at this point. And yes, of course, Bright holds on and holds out. And that is a 2-1 win for Bright, and we can see Larry is disappointed. I mean, from the highs of yesterday, winning his first game against his best friend, he has lost 2 in a row today. Larry would want to put today behind him as quickly as possible.
Yeah, this is definitely not the kind of start he expected today. After winning his game against Cisco Fingers yesterday, but now, unfortunately for him, he's faced Richie, who defeated him 4 goals to 1, and now Bright, who has defeated him 2 goals to 1 as well.
We want to shout out to Esports Africa News. Esports Africa News, one of our sponsors this season, and of course Game Aid, one of our headline sponsors too. I want to shout out to Cade Esports, of course, Cade Esports of Nigeria. And we also want to shout out to the Nigerian Esports Federation, of course, and my favorite sponsor this season, Just Jobs. Yes.
Yeah, you know, Just Chops with their lots and lots of refreshment last time out. Yeah, it's I can understand why they are your favorite sponsors.
Yes, I can't get over that orange juice. I can't get over that orange juice. I need more of it. Okay,
right about now we're going straight to Mila for an interview.
Mr. Bright, how are you feeling today?
I'm good.
So yesterday you went from losing your first match with Chuku and then winning your second match with Mr. Morale, now winning your match with Larry. How did that make you feel?
Yeah, it made me feel good because of obviously after watching Paris Saint-Germain beat Arsenal yesterday, I was excited to use Paris Saint-Germain and destroy the next opponent.
Wonderful. So are we expecting you to keep up with this energy?
Yeah, actually, you expect more from me, sir.
All right, no
Thinking
problem.
of going higher and higher to the next.
You have that. He's thinking of going higher and higher, so we keep waiting for him. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's get back to the commentary.
Cafe One. Every great vision begins small. My name is Anointed Okorafor, and in 2021, I founded Just Chops and Chips. Well, let me bring you up to speed. This is Cafe One. Cafe One was founded in November 2021, and it has grown from a little business idea into a scalable business. Well, now we've gotten 4 branches, and the journey is still great ahead. We believe we can do it better. From what was serving over 2, 3, 5, 10 customers, we now attend to over 500 guests in a day, and it can get better. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Hope Rsdl, the Executive Manager and CFO at Just Shops Cafe. I manage the managers and manage resources. At Just Shops, we don't just give you pastries, we are building the future.
Welcome to Game Blast, where we entertain you electronically.
Well, you heard it from the man there, Bright, saying I opted for PSG after they won the Champions League against Arsenal yesterday. That's 2 Champions Leagues in a row now.
Yes.
We haven't seen that since 2018 when Real Madrid won 3 Champions League in a row. That's 2016, 2017, and 2018. Well, in my opinion, if there's any team that can repeat that, it is this PSG team.
Yes, I mean, people would rather PSG, does the 3-peats than Arsenal to win the Champions League. I mean, that is how much of the hate watch. I mean, yesterday I saw the game from home, and some of my friends were like, "Yeah, we want PSG to win this," and these people are actually EPL supporters. I mean, what did Arsenal ever do to deserve such hate?
Well, their wish kind of came through because PSG defeated Arsenal in that Champions League final on penalties, and you see at the point in that game, Arsenal got a corner kick in the 120th minute, and people were like, well, this could be a fairy tale ending. The team who has always scored lots and lots of corners, probably winning the Champions League with a corner kick, but unfortunately for them, that didn't happen. Well, congratulations to PSG on their Champions League, but we are into the next game, and it is 2 familiar faces. Eldorado against Richie. These 2 guys met in the Rsdl last season, so it's kind of an hello old friend type of match. Last time out, Richie defeated Eldorado 3-1 in the Rsdl. Can he do it again? Eldorado, who has currently won 2 out of 2 games this season in the Rsdl, the Rivers State Division 2 League, will look to continue his winning streak. Richie, he lost his first game, but he was able to bounce back against Larry early on and would look to get his next win against Eldorado.
Of course, Eldorado would be looking to get his pound of flesh back, but it remains to be seen if that would be remotely possible. I mean, Richie is coming off the back of a win, and he would want to maintain that momentum, maintain that tempo going into this game. But these are they're familiar opponents. I mean, they've played against themselves for more times than I can count. So of course, like you said, it's going to be an hello old friend kind of situation. But I believe a lot of people would be rooting for Eldorado to win here because of a slight advantage. Slightly, Eldorado has 2 wins from 2 games, and Richie doesn't have complete 6 points. So of course, that momentum would be in Eldorado's favor, but it remains to be seen if the man will be able to actually capitalize on it and make that count.
Well, you heard that there. Can he capitalize on it and make that count? Don't forget, you can drop your thoughts in the comment section. Who do you think is winning this game between Richie and Eldorado? Like I said, in the last game when they played, Richie defeated Eldorado 3-1 in the RSPL last season. Could that be a repeat of itself, or can Eldorado finally break the jinx and defeat Richie? You can also ask us any question related to the River State League, and we will be here to answer you. You can even go a step further and ask questions related to football, because we are still here to give you every answer you need.
Of course, you can go a step further and ask questions related to your personal problems. we will we will see what best we can do there. If you have spiritual or financial problems, this is an attacking chance. Okay, but don't ask us about political problems, because we will not come vote for you or support your political party, especially if it doesn't align with our views. And this is an attacking chance. Eze fizzled out like a smoke. I'm waiting for your predictions in the comments. Drop your predictions for whoever you think. This is Eldorado's opportunity, but offside. He is straight offside. 15 minutes gone in this very tense encounter. I believe this encounter will end with one player making multiple mistakes. That is what would happen. That is what will definitely happen. Mistakes, errors that will lead to goals. That is how this game will be decided. I don't think the margin will be very wide.
You know, this is the kind of game where you see end-to-end action from both players. Both players attacking geniuses, and so there will be lots of gaps in midfield and in defense when you trigger all your players to go forward. I expect this to be end-to-end action, chaos everywhere, and especially in the middle of the pitch.
Augustine the Great there on YouTube says he's the one for Eldorado. I mean, talk is cheap, because this is an attacking chance for Richie. And that was careless. What did he do there? That could have been a goal for Richie, but
that was a huge chance there for Richie to go ahead in the game, and Eldorado will be thanking the heavens that didn't go in, because one position you don't want to find yourself is being one goal down against someone like Richie, because once Richie gets that goal, his confidence increases, and once his confidence increases, your confidence decreases.
yes, and anything that makes your confidence dip against Richie, it's going to be problematic for you, really problematic for you. So you don't want that to happen. But notwithstanding, we can see there is some technical issue in the game. Referee is trying to sort that out for both players, and Richie is I think Richie is complaining about a particular thing. I don't know what is happening there, but the game referee, of course, is on hand to make sure that his concerns are probably addressed and all that. And we can see the Eldorado grinning from ear to ear, talking smack as usual. I think he's trying to demoralize his opponent, say some things to him that set him on edge and all that. But we've returned to gameplay. The scoreline is still 0-0.
It is still 0-0, and we are 22 minutes in game. This is surprising. Like I said earlier, today's matches, we've not seen lots and lots of goals like we'd have expected. The best game happened to just produce 3 goals. The only game being different was the Richie against Larry game, in which produced 5 goals. The game after that produced 2 goals, where Bruce threw 1-0 with Cisco fingers, and the game after that, Bright Larry produced just 3 goals, 2-1 win for Bright. And it seems this game is about following that same trend. Well, Eldorado has been blocking around Richie's box for quite some time now, but he's not finding that space. Eldorado, he wants to pass. If it's possible to pass into the net, he's going to do that. So he's taking his time to see if he can find those gaps in Richie's defense. On the other hand, Richie look to work with counter-attacks, because when 2 possession-driven players face each other, one player has to surrender possession at a point, because you can't always have the ball. That, like you see yesterday, Arsenal is a possession-based team, but they had just 25% of possession against PSG and Eldorado. Just the kind of start he would have wanted. You could see the true pass there. The true pass was so evident to be seen. And of course, someone like Eldorado with his quality, and Ferran Torres, the weak foot finish there. to the bottom corner, and David Raya had no chance of saving that.
Your predictions are coming, Augustine the Great. You said easy one for El Dorado, but it's in the 35th minute, and he's just had his first goal. But Richie is not letting up, still looking for answers. Oh, tries to be his man, Saka there, but he could not. Attacking chance for El Dorado now from deep in the box. He's building something. Counter-attacking chance there, Rafinha. Oh, that pass has been stolen. Offside.
El Dorado, he's the kind of player who, you say, he adapts whatever situation he's in. Because I saw him trying to counter-attack there. That's unlike the El Dorado we know, because El Dorado rather does pass and pass and pass. The usual Barcelona tiki-taka style, and see if he can catch your CBs out of position. But there he tried to quickly counter-attack, and it almost did come through, but the pass just came in a bit too late because he happened to be offside. And now Richie is the one who is on the attack. You can see about 5 players in El Dorado's half. El Dorado's defense. You can see the mid block there. He's in the second man press to apply pressure on the ball holder while still keeping his position. Well, it is half time. El Dorado leads by 1-0. Just the kind of start he would have wanted. And this is what? His 3rd game of this season, and he's leading.
Yes, we just hope his oil doesn't run out again like the biblical story of the virgins. I mean, this is how he started last season in the Pro League, and then his oil fizzled out, and he had to go look for extra oil. But by the time he returned, the bridegroom had already come, and we wouldn't say he was part of the 5 foolish virgins. But El Dorado has gotten another goal against Richie, and it's becoming an easy one for him, just like Austin the Great said. Easy one for El Dorado. How would Richie respond to this?
Well, El Dorado seems to have done a lot of mentals, because last time I remember correctly, in the Rsdl, he won his first 2 games, and in his 3rd game he went ahead against Doom, but the game ended in a draw. Well, he will be looking for this not to end in a draw. If not, it will be a repeat of what happened last time. And need I not tell you what happened when he drew that game against Doom? Now he's definitely looking for a win, and he's currently on track to that, because he leads this game by 2-0. Richie is still struggling, and El Dorado now again on the attack. He tries to spider through ball there to Ferran Torres, but Eder Militao, or rather Hincapi, was just in the way.
You know, I think the El Dorado gravy train grinded to a halt last season after that draw with Doom. I think Doom just ruined everything for him, and it went all downhill from there. And El Dorado will be avoiding draws like the plague this season, so he'd want to manage this game as early. He has a comfortable 2-goal lead, and he can actually manage this game and just end it like this, instead of opening up himself for reprisal attacks from Richie, who is a very capable attacking player. But right now we can see El Dorado holding the ball and holding it with intent. Oh, Lamine Yamal, offside.
Oh, that was beautiful piece of play there from El Dorado. He's had the ball for about 15 minutes in game in the second half, and Richie has been really struggling to get a hold some attacks, and you could see him there offside. And you could see his reaction, because that wasn't what he wanted. 64 minutes on the clock. El Dorado leads 2-0, and he doesn't look like he's about to stop anytime soon with the amount of attacks he's piling up. Feel he is looking to score more. This time he finds Lamine Yamal. Lamine is down the flank, and he gets past Hincapi. He ball rolls, finds Lamine again, and Rafinha. That was really smart play there from El Dorado. Richie activating the offside trap, but just a second too late. But lucky for him, David Raya still kind of keeps him up in this game, because if he went there, he goes down, so that we'll see the game is basically over.
I think El Dorado's build-up play there deserves some kind of applause.
So
Yes, he did. Now we can see those reactions coming from the man El Dorado. Of course, this is the El Dorado we are used to. The one that yells in the camera and says, yes, that is my name. And pretty much we want to see that Eldorado back. He gets goal number 3 of Richie there.
I can see some comments saying Eldorado beast. Well, with the way he's manhandling Richie right now, can't see not to call him a beast, because things are going from bad to worse for Richie there. I know that was almost an own goal there, but David Raya calm under pressure and just able to play the ball out of the back there. And now Richie trying to counter. He finds Eberichi Eze, who tries a through ball to Martinelli again, but Eldorado's defense is just too sturdy because Richie is finding it hard to break it down. The way Eldorado keeps possession is really beautiful to watch.
We can see the confidence has returned to the Eldorado, and of course he has gotten his pound of flesh already, because there's no way we're seeing Richie come back into this game. Eldorado looking for goal number 4.
Oh my God, Eldorado again! Who is this guy? We wish to have seen this Eldorado in the RSPL last season. But well, it's not too late, because we are seeing him in the Rsdl. This is a man on a mission to get back into the RSPL and probably get into the Elite League. Everyone knows his quality, and he's showing that quality here against Richie. Like I said, it was a hello old friend kind of meeting. Last time out, Richie defeated Eldorado 3-1. Now Eldorado has promised himself that he wants to keep a clean sheet. And talking about keeping clean sheets, he's currently on a clean sheet, and Richie is still finding it hard to get a hold of the ball. Eldorado in the box again, twisting and turning with Fernand Torres, but Richie's defense tries to keep the scoreline a bit respectable. Well, Eldorado is no respecter of persons, because he has Lamine Yamal in the box. He goes back, finds Ferran, and of course, it is a 5-star performance from the man Eldorado himself. 5-0 against Richie. And you can see Richie's reaction there. He's distraught because Eldorado. You can see him giving those reactions to the camera. He defeats Richie 5-0. A 5-star performance from L. Last time out, he was taking those L's, but this time, he's the one handing the L's to people.
Dishing the L's. Dishing the L's. Eldorado. He just beat his man, and that is crazy. We can see the comments, Goat Dorado. His fans are having a field day today. Now the question is, how long will this gravy train grind? Because Eldorado is notorious for taking his foot off the gas. Will he continue to cruise at this level, or will he allow it get into his head and he will drop his performance? That is left for us to see. But that was a wonderful performance by Eldorado this round, demolishing Richie. 5 unanswered goals. Richie would have expected that not to be the outcome, and this will be a day to forget for him, despite the fact that he won his first game. Richie. I mean, really sad for Richie there. He would have wanted it to be a different outcome, but of course, when Eldorado starts, Eldorado doesn't stop until something makes Eldorado stop, and Richie was insufficient today to make Eldorado stop. We've seen the very first 5-star 5-0 performance this season. Eldorado dishing out that disrespectful scoreline to Richie, just to tell him, yes, you did it in the Pro League, but this is my turn. I am doing it now in the Division 2.
Well, Eldorado, see the comments still coming, calling him beast, because that was a 5-star performance from the man. Like, Richie stood no chance. Once the first goal went in, it was all Eldorado till the end of the game. Richie was not like, this is unlike Richie, because finally Eldorado has gotten his groove, and I don't see him dropping off. Well, it's still a long league, and I see there might be changes, but one thing is for sure, I don't think this man wants those changes to happen in a bad way, because this is a man on the mission. And on your screen, you can see the guy cold as snow. He lost his first game to Eldorado Well, he's looking to see if he can redeem himself. In the group stages, he came out first. Group of Indaboski and Bright. And surprisingly, he was the one who topped that group.
Yes, he hasn't started on the notes he would have wanted to start, but of course, I mean, we cannot deny the fact that Colder Snow is a very decent player, and there's a question going on: did Richie register any shot? And Colder Snow is going up against Machala. I mean, this game is evenly matched, although Machala is a very, he's a good player with acclaim. I mean, he has the fans, he has the street credibility and all that. But will Colder Snow, put a dent on Richie's armor today? He is asking questions. I think questions that the game referee can, answer there. And this is like a very this is like a very interesting matchup if you ask me, because I mean,
I feel like you said, it's evenly matched. These are
Evenly
both
matched, of
players
course.
that they really put up. They lost their first games actually, but that's not the reason it's evenly matched. It's because we know their quality. We know Coder Snow. He topped his group in the knockout stages, and Machala, he created some huge upsets in the RSPL last season.
narrowly missed out of qualification to
Yeah.
the Elite League. Narrowly missed
And
out.
everyone will always keep singing his praises for that defeat against PJ.
Yes, of course.
3 goals to 0, and that was where PJ's title hope started to fade before Richie finally put the dagger in, and that 3-all draw against PJ. And at that moment, Dexter was celebrating, and
Dexter already knew it was game up. When Machala beat PJ, it was already game over, because I mean the last game was just a ceremony. Regardless of the outcome, Dexter would still be winner, and Venom, no, Doom would come second. So PJ was already condemned. His fate was already sealed, and we already knew what was going to happen. Let's just take our minds back to that El Dorado game. I mean, he is excited, really excited. Currently top of the table.
yeah, 9
Currently top of the
points.
table. Yes, 9 points, and we'll just wait to see if he will stay at the top of the table for long. He is notorious for not staying at the top of the table. I mean, let's just see if he'll step at the top of the table this time.
Well, for his sake, he would hope that he actually does that, because he has a lot of super fans. You can see in the comments there saying El Dorado Beast, Goats Naldo, Goat Dorado, everything. Everyone was rooting for him, and he kind of delivered to his fans. A 5-star performance from the man El. We hope that this time around he doesn't take those L's, because El Dorado in the Rsdl, something special so far.
Austin the Great is rooting for Machala to win. Said, I'm rooting for Machala to win. But you just cannot write off Coldest Snow. You
Can't
cannot
write off
do
Coldest
that.
at all.
You cannot do that. I mean, this man tops the qualification group, a group that had Indaboski in it. Like he just cruised to the top of the group, and he's been really cold. That Cole Palmer celebration and all that. He's been cold, but so far this season, in the Rsdl, he has not really showed us how cold he can be, because he is languishing in the bottom half of the table there, and he is going up against a man that narrowly missed out qualification to the Elite League and got relegated to the Division 2. I'm talking about Machala, and we will only see what's going to happen in this outcome, Machala versus Coder Snow. We just want to see if it will happen. Okay, right about now, I have with me a man in the back room. Really excited, really excited. He won his game, and he is here with us. In a little moment, we will show you a flash of his face so we can ask him some real salient questions. But let's look at the fixtures. We have Coder Snow versus Machala coming up next. We have Richie playing. No. We have Machala in one A1 game later. Then Bright will also face off with Larry today. Shoka and Chuku Chuku game. That is the game of today's game of the day. Will be coming up as soon as well. And I mean, everybody is looking forward to that particular matchup. This is a matchup I would personally pay to watch. I'm talking about the Shoka and Chukuchuku game.
Yeah, before today it was first against second, but now Eldorado holds that first position. So basically, it's like second against third, and these are two powerhouses coming in from Bayelsa. Bayelsa boys coming to dominate River State Division Two League. But the question is, how long can they do that? You know, Shocker is a household name. Everybody knows him. I've been seeing some questions in the comments saying, when is Shocker's game? Well, you can see it's coming up soon, and he's not playing an easy opponent. He's playing against the man who has also been unbeaten right from the qualification stages in Chukuchuku. Both players sub their groups with 10 points, and they have started their Rsdl campaign on a high, 2 wins out of 2. Shocker, the man who would outscore you once he plays you, like you're bound to score, concede lots of goals. But the question begs, can he do that against another powerhouse in Chukuchuku?
This is one thing that has, surprised me so far. The Bielsa contingent. The Bielsa contingent came for the RSPL. I think Dexter is part of the Bielsa contingent. Is that so?
No,
Okay,
it should be
okay,
PJ.
PJ is PJ is the leader of the Bielsa contingent, and he came third last season in the RSPL. And this season we saw the Bielsa boys come out, in their numbers. I'm talking about Shoka. I'm talking about Chukuchuku. Talking about even Colder Snow happens to be a part of the Bielsa contingent, and Mr. Morale as well. And all of them are doing really well, except for Colder Snow, whose campaign didn't really start on the note he would have wanted it to start. I'm talking about the top two Bielsa boys this season. Shoka and Chukuchuku are doing really well, doing excellently well. And almost everybody is rooting for Shoka to pick up the crown this division. But it's like it remains to be seen what will happen. I mean, somebody's saying that somebody said he's from Wari or something like that. I think somebody came from Wari as well. We saw people come in from Owerri, Imo State to come compete, but they just didn't make it to the league. I'm talking about players like Slarm. He had a very wonderful opening game, but disappointed he couldn't make it into the Division 2. But I hope he will. I wish to see him try again. And of course, other good players across the Niger will be coming in to compete in the RSL at different tiers of the pyramid. We would want to see that, because this is it may have the name the RSVL, the River State Skirmish League, but this is our doors are open to pretty much everybody that can actually make the trip down. And right about now, Shoka and Chukuchuku are gearing up. Their match is coming up very soon, and I think they are practicing right now. Trying to do some stretches, trying to drink water, trying to get the hype from the fans and all that. But the match of the moment, the match we will have right now, is definitely going to be Machala going up against Colder Snow.
Well, I can see some comments here saying Shocker is from Wari. Apologies, Shocker is from Wari. Nobody is trying to say he isn't. Just us little mistake. So
he is literally spamming us. Shocker is from Wari, not Bielsa. Okay, Shocker is what we can see. Okay, we heard you. We heard you. Rukawe prevail. Shocker is Wari. Bielsa will not take Wari's glory. Sorry.
Right about now, we have the number one man on the table, Mr. Shocker. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good and confident.
All right, so Shocker, you are at the top of the table, right? And in a few minutes, you'll be up against your friend who is second on this table, Chukuchuku. What should we expect from this match?
Like you said, he's my friend and he's also my sparring partner. So just expect entertainment. But I'm going into it, so just expect entertainment.
So you think you have all it takes to remain at the top?
Yes, I do.
All right, so we'll watch out for that.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, we just heard it from Shocker and
Let's get back to the
Belia
game.
there. And El Dorado is actually at the top of the table if we follow the official tables. But before this game week, before this match day, Shocker was at the top of the table, and El Dorado has overtaken him. And we have El Dorado here with us in the at the commentary gantry. El Dorado, come on, I've been a hater from the beginning. Come on, but you've actually blown my mind, and right now I'm really excited that you are getting your mojo back. I don't want to ask you how you're feeling, because if you start, we will not leave the studio today. I want to ask you, what is the game plan going forward?
Coming in, I was on that's 4-5-1. And it was really doing with my gameplay, so Chukwuchukwu told me to change it, and I changed it to 4-4-1-1. And that's what helps me now score those goals. Rafinha and Ferran Torres as a first line.
Okay, fine. This is another very tricky question. I mean, you started last season with this tempo. You won your first 2 games, and then you started falling behind. I mean, you capitulated, and then you got relegated. I hope this is not what's going to happen this season.
It's not happening this season.
That's we talk is cheap. Himzas, I don't know if you have any questions for him, because right now, I mean, it feels great to be in the presence of greatness.
I hope, like Khan has basically asked the questions, the same thing I would say. I hope you are not going to fall off like last time. You know, you have lots of fans here. Most of them have been rooting for you, so we expect for you to give us that show every time we tune in. A 5-star performance from you today, and you could see them hailing you in the comments. Won't you like that? Won't you like for that to keep on happening?
I'm coming back at the same Eldorado next week. So that is going to change.
I'm not his fan, actually. Well, let's look at the 2 top players in this. It's supposed to be 3, but I'm just going to say the 2 top players that you're competing against. I'm talking about Shoka. I mean, massive respect to Shoka and Chukwuchukwu. Where do you see them finishing? How do you fancy your chances against them?
They are all good gamers, but they are not unbeatable. So I know they will finish. They will qualify for the Pro League. Yes, they will all qualify for the Pro League. But there are still some other names like Kodesno. Kodesno is better than.
Kodesno is better than Chukwuchukwu.
It's just that he faced me.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Down there.
Let's go back to gameplay. Always with the controversy. Eldorado is so silly. He just fired shots. He said Kodesno is better than Chukwuchukwu. I hope you can hear this. He just said Kodesno is better than you. I hope when you get him, you beat him. You know, be some respect. You know, into Eldorado.
I'd have actually loved to know what he thinks about the game against Machala, Kodesno, and Machala. Who he would be rooting for, or who he would think actually goes home with that game. And that is a really, really tricky game. Machala coming off the back of a loss, and so is Kodesno. Both players coming off the back of their first loss and their first game this season. So now it's time
basically right. Sorry, right? It's been a love-hate relationship between Eldorado and Machala.
Yeah.
And now Eldorado just said Kodesno is better than Chukwuchukwu. So that means that he is rooting for Kodesno to beat Machala.
Exactly. Actually. Yes. I really want to see the best of Kodesno. I know during the knockout stages we just saw him once and he lost the first game to Indabowski. The second and third, the remaining of his games were actually offline. And in the game against Eldorado on match day 1, he actually lost too. You could hear Eldorado say the only reason he lost was because he faced him, Eldorado. Well, now hope to see the Kodesno he's actually talking about, because we are on the way and we are actually 30 minutes into the game and it is 1-1. And Machala, of course, sticking with Bayern Munich, team he's been using right from the start in the Rsdl. You see using them now, and Kodesno opting for Borussia Dortmund, Bayern's arch rivals. 1-0, and we are 40 minutes in. Kodesno looking to build up something there, but no. Machala, Jonathan Tah, the man who was famous for stopping most of PJ shots in the Rsdl last season in Machala's 3-0 win against PJ. Man was there to stop Kodesno's attack this time around. Kodesno was yet to get a win in this game, or you could say just one game. It's just one game he's played, so he lost it. Well, he will hope to kickstart this second half, probably getting a goal for himself.
Yes, of course, we can see the goals for Kodesno came off Sehu Gurasi, and Machala got his goal from Olise, and we can see that, like I said earlier, this game is evenly matched. Both players operating on similar levels of skill, similar levels of as far as popularity goes. Machala may be the more popular player, but take nothing away from Kodesno. He has a chunk of the fans. He has fans in different places. Colder Snow.
Well, talking about build-ups, Machala there, I don't know. He probably was trying to finesse the ball with Joshua Kimmich, but just a bit too slow because Colder Snow was able to get the ball off him. And now you can see the player lock there to Adeyemi, who was almost breezing through the Bayern Munich defense. But once again, Machala being a bit too compact, is able to stop that. And now Machala trying to see those passes. Colder Snow has just given away the ball to Jamal Musiala. And Machala isn't here to play because he has gone ahead. You can see him, no reaction. Machala is the kind of guy to always give a reaction once he scores, but he knows he's up against a formidable opponent and has decided to remain calm. Well, Machala has gotten the lead again in this game, and it is 2-1.
Sabitzer goes there to Mecha. Fabio Silva. Colder Snow looking for something. Can he work something out? Oh, loses the ball. Machala trying to build something. Musiala sends the ball straight clean to Kane, but that was offside. Mecha again. Baya. Sehu Gurasi. This man has been the mainstay of the BVB attack. In recent seasons. Joshua Kimmich.
Yeah, I
Baya
think
steals the ball there. Attacking chance for Colder Snow. And he gets one back. Fabio Silva. 2-2. Points to the head and says, yes, it's all in the mind. It's all in the mind there. Cold celebration from Colder Snow.
just like his name implies, that was a really cold finish there from Fabio Silva. Colder Snow getting right back into the game against Machala. Now Machala will be looking to see if he can instigate a comeback, but here's Sergio Gurasi, one-on-one with the goal.
Colder Snow, he's come back from behind twice to pull level, and now he's in the lead through that man there, Sergio Gurasi. We know that is one of the best attackers in this game, one of the best attackers in Africa, and Colder Snow is using him to devastating effect. Coldest is in the lead now, and we can see that smile has quickly disappeared off Machala's face. El Dorado already said it. Colder Snow is better. He fired shots there. Colder Snow is better player than Chuku Chuku. But I mean, it remains to be seen if Chuku Chuku would take that disrespect to heart and deal with El Dorado when next they play. But Colder Snow is in the lead now.
Colder Snow has come from behind and now has taken the lead against Machala. Machala about to get his second loss in the Rsdl this season. During an interview, he was saying, my place is in the Elite League, and he will really hope that he can get back into this game to be able to fulfill that wish of his to get into the Elite League. Colder Snow will be looking.
The horses.
See Colder Snow, those player locks there, and can see a comment from Drew Daniel saying Colder Snow is actually in the lead now because it leads Machala 3-2.
Kabar steals the ball. Sul. Ryerson. Finds Mecha. Colder Snow is trying to build something from behind. Sabitzer. Adeyemi finds Fabio Silva. Oh, he almost got his fourth goal, and he's still there. Bayer trying to turn and twist. That's goal number 4. Points straight to the head again and says, yes, that is me. That cold celebration. Machala cannot believe what has just happened.
It's a bit too cold for Machala out there. I see winter is coming. Winter has arrived because
turn off the AC. Turn off the AC. Machala is getting too cold.
Winter has arrived, and its name is Colder Snow because Colder Snow has gotten a 2-goal cushion in this game against Machala. See Machala there. Hurricane almost recreating the Bundesliga logo with that touch there. You can see that. 82 minutes on the clock. Colder Snow 2 goals up against Machala because it is 4-2. Colder's losing the ball in his own half, and Matala there trying to see if he can muster up something with Luis Diaz. Loses the ball and he gets it back. Joshua Kimmich around the box. Someone stop this man, freezing zone. Yeah, Matala might be looking to freeze, but
Oh, that was
what a goal there from Harry Kane to pull one back. And well,
gameplay.
it is already 89 minutes on the clock, 87 minutes on the clock, and Matala find a way to at least equalize in this game. You can see him there applying the high press, and Cold Snow trying to go for game management. Matala will be applying the high press, and it's left some spaces in behind his defense, and Fabio Silva trying to build up something there, finds Curiosity, but Jonathan Tah was there to stop it. 4 goals to 3 and 1 minute additional time in game. We are almost at the end of the second half, and Matala has lost his second game in a row. Cold Snow finally gets his first win of the Rsdl campaign, and you could see his reaction. He's all smiles because he knows it was a hard-fought win. Matala, you see that smile? That smile is coming from a place of pain, if I must say.
Coming from a place of pain. I agree. It's coming from a place of pain. Cold Snow registered his first win this campaign. Matala just got his second loss. I mean, from players he would have ordinarily wanted to get wins off. But of course, this is it. The game is the game. The game is the game.
Yeah, the game is the game. Cold Snow has finally kick-started his RSPL campaign officially. Yeah, yesterday was the official startup, but you know what I mean. He's gotten his first 3 points, and you really love that. Matala, on the other hand, is still looking for a point. He's yet to get a single point. He's lost his 2 games. He lost to Roland yesterday, 3 goals to 1. And now he's lost to Cold Snow, 4 goals to 3. Matala coming into this RSDL, he was saying, I said earlier, I don't belong here. This is for the little boys. I belong where the big boys are, where the Dexters, the Dooms, the controllers are.
PJs.
The PJs, exactly. But so far, he's not put up a performance that seems to be worthy of playing in the Elite League.
You know, I know one person that would be very delighted by this outcome, and that will be the Fat Pro, PJ. I mean, they have a love-hate relationship, PJ and Matala. And PJ would be laughing himself scored right now because Matala just, threw away his second opportunity to register a point against Cold Snow. He got the lead twice and lost the lead twice. I mean, this is not the kind of gameplay we expected from Matala, but it is what it is. If you let yourself go, someone out here will punish you. You're welcome to the RSL.
Yeah, Cold Snow with lots of cold goals in that game. The fact that he went behind and he was still able to win that game was already so cold. But could even say his goal with Fabio Silva, which was into the roof of the net, was colder and living up to his name, coldest.
One thing I've realized is that at every level, at every tier of the competition, at every level of the RSL pyramid, you cannot say the competition is less or not. This is literally the lowest level of the pyramid. And imagine the kind of gameplay that we have here. Then imagine what will be obtainable at the Elite League. Right now, we have 2 of the highest rated players this season getting ready to face off against each other. I'm talking about the very popular Mr. Morale against the legend Indaboski.
Indaboski, the mentor to lots of Port Harcourt gamers. Probably the guy who onboarded quite a few Port Harcourt gamers into FC. Now he's about to play his first game of the match day, and it comes against the man, Mr. Morale. Mr. Morale, he won 1 game yesterday and lost 1 on match day 1. Indaboski happened to lose 2 games, 1 being to Shoka and 1 being to Chuku. Well, now we are yet to find out if he has any more powers left to unleash for us, because he might need them against someone like Mr. Morale, who is not an easy opponent.
Yes. I mean, like, he has brought on his trusty headgear. This is his lucky attire. I mean, the suit, he wore the suit yesterday and got beat for wearing the suit. So now he has gone back to put on his trusty, outfit, his trusty headgear. And we can see his eyes are locked on the screen, like he is focused. He's locked in on target, and he would not stop. I don't think he will stop. I don't think he will stop until he gets Mr. Morale's skin. but Morale already has fans, and the fans are already calling out Mr. Morale. Mr. Morale, this is not an easy game at all. This is a proper match, a proper competition there.
Yeah, definitely a proper matchup between both players, and you could see it's actually balanced. Indabulski, a really, really good player. It's a name, a big name already in gaming. Mr. Morale, on the other hand, too, another big name. You could see it from the qualification stages where in his group of three, he went unbeaten, defeating Captain 6 goals to 0 and drawing with grade 3-all. Now, he started his Rsdl campaign with a win, but he then lost to Bright. Bright, it's no easy opponent either. And now he would look to see if he can get back to winning ways against Indabulski. And on the other hand, Indabulski, like I said, he's yet to get a single point. He's faced a man who were at the top of the table coming into this match day in Shoka and Chukuchuku. Both players defeated him. Well, could he kickstart?
No, I think that will work in his favor. I actually think that will work in his favor long term because every player gets to face the other player once, and he has played probably the most. I think he has had the hardest start to the season, playing the best. I mean, he's played Shoka, he's played Chukuchuku, and he's about to play Mr. Morale. So the remaining players he will face will not be on the level of these guys, metaphorically speaking. But Indabulski has potential. Indabulski is a pioneer. He's a legend in the gaming industry in Port Harcourt. And one thing has stood out for me. Some of the fans yesterday were saying that they were saying that he's been around for so long and he should retire. But I mean, this man is still hungry for silverware. He's still hungry for glory and all that. So he will want to get back to winning ways.
Yeah, Indabulski would definitely want to get back to winning ways. And need I remind you, he was the player who qualified as the best loser from Group A. He finished on 9 points, but couldn't make the top 2 just because he was short on goal difference.
Yeah.
Well, he was able to get into the Rsdl, and we are hoping for a win. We are hoping for a win for him. He's had a toughest start, and now it seems it doesn't seem to get any easier. Imagine facing Shoka, Chukuchuku, and now Mr. Morale. Well, one thing is for sure, Indabulski has lots of fans here because
yes, Michael Duku, yes, Michael on Duku on YouTube is saying, "Oh yeah, Indabulski, show them you're a legend." Yes, there's no denying the fact that Indabulski is a legend. Now, we want to talk about, let's talk about Mr. Morale. In the qualifiers, he faced off against players like Captain. Captain is a decent player, but I mean, he beat Captain.
Yeah,
he beat everybody, just to come into the league, and he has not had like a dream start, but I mean, at least he has 3 points because he won one game and lost the other game. And we are on the way in the Boski, going from left to right with the Liverpool, and Mr. Morale from right to left, with Borussia Dortmund. Yes, Borussia Dortmund, and it's going to be a nervy start for both players, especially for Indabulski, as he's coming off the back of 2 losses. Mr. Morale has definitely had a better start. That is game IQ. That could have been offside if he had gone.
Yeah, I feel he knew that was offside and decided to quickly switch the cursor. Indabulski kind of almost got confused there because he didn't use that player to activate a team press, but Indabulski calm under pressure and remained unfazed by that move by Mr. Morale. Mr. Morale looks to be on the attack again, and now he tries to slide a through pass to Karim Adeyemi, but Kekes decided to get it back to Alisson Becker. And now Indabulski, the man who is notorious for using Liverpool, he seems to be a Liverpool fan. Always known him. Always, that was some beautiful skill move there by Soboslai and Matt Alistair, and wow,
is that not a penalty?
That was. Would you say that was EA because that looked like a penalty to me, man.
No, that looked like a penalty. Definitely a penalty. But of course, these things happen. Reggiani, Adeyemi to Ryerson. Ryerson back to Adeyemi. We have. Oh, that's a throw in. Kerkesh gives the ball to Virgil. Kerkesh again. Wirtz. Soboslai. Looking for Wirtz. Soboslai. Oh, that's beautiful passing from Indaboski. McAllister now. Looking for a runner in. Finds Wirtz again. McAllister still open. Soboslai. Pass blocked.
Ndabuski has just been passing a bit too much around Mr. Morale's penalty area, but Mr. Morale has been able to track every run and stop every dangerous pass that wants to go into his box. See the comment there. Ndabuski showed them you're a legend, and he seems to want to do that because he has the chance to, and of course he does. Into an empty net, and Mohamed Salah has given Ndabuski the lead.
The Indaboski about to unleash his powers. I'm about to release my powers.
The dream starts for the man himself, the legend Indaboski. Now he leads Mr. Morale 1-0. But that could change real soon because Mr. Morale is in the box and Fabio Silva has hit on line straight away. That was a really big mistake there from Indaboski, and he's paid for it by conceding a goal. And Fabio Silva again scoring for another player. I remember,
for a minute there, I thought we were in the season of Gandusa. But that was short-lived. And I think that was Dabush Kabash because it's actually short-lived. Fabio Silva, that was a good pass. Down to Bayer again. Mecha looking. Fabio Silva again.
That's offside.
Offside. Morale plays really beautiful football. Mr. Morale, Konate, Gomez, Gravenberg, Soboslai. That definitely is offside.
Yeah, I think he knew that. You can see
that.
He actually cancelled that run there too.
Urasi.
He almost hit Mr. Morale with the same move Mr. Morale used on him.
Fabio Silva looking.
And that
was close. That was super close. Gomez. Gravenberg. Joby Bellingham. Mr. Morale using Joby Bellingham. Indaboski rather using Joby Bellingham to great effect there. Mohamed Salah. No room for errors now. Any mistake will definitely lead to goal, as both players would always strike without missing if they smell blood on the water. Grassi. Fabio Silva. Offside.
Yeah, 42 minutes on the clock and it is still 1-1. Indaboski scoring first, but Mr. Morale quickly returning the favor, and Indaboski with an up-through ball there, and it's 1-on-1, and Alex you could see the reaction. He thought that was in. That was the chance to go ahead. Still in the first half, he gets a corner kick, and Mr. Morale has finally had a chance to clear his lines, and it is halftime. 1-0. Indaboski won. Mr. Morale won. This has been one of Indaboski's better performances, if you ask me. Because in this game, he has put up quite a good fight. And he will look to keep it that way. Mr. Morale, on the other hand, he's someone that he adapts easily. I've seen him not play well and still come out with wins. So today's game could be no difference. They comment saying that was saved by grace. Well, Indaboski and the great save Mr. Morale again as he tries to cut back. But the Dortmund penalty area was a bit too crowded. And now a through ball comes to Karim Adeyemi, who is 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. The game level, Indaboski player locking, couple of players and cancelling there, but you could see the lob through passes Dominic Soboslai.
Oh, that was too early. Premature. We want to shout out to our number one fan for today, Duru Daniel. You have been consistent. I really appreciate your energy.
That's some beautiful piece of play because Joe Bellingham, you can see the finish right there, and Alisson Becker once again pouring a lot and lots of Liverpool defenders, and it's been end-to-end action from both players in this game. And the first time through ball there to Dominic Soboslai, but no, Ryerson was just in the way. And once you lose the ball is almost at the other end of the pitch immediately. It's just been the same team throughout this game, and now again Ndaboski on the attack down the flank. Ryerson is able to push with Ritz off the ball.
Oh, that was a very beautiful pass there.
And he keeps it in, actually. This game has been chaotic because both players are not even wasting time making those fancy passes. It's straight end-to-end action. I get the ball, I boot it forward, you get the ball, you do same. Mr. Morale now, one-on-one, and Fabio Silva and Alisson Becker once again keeping in the ball in this game.
Another shot saved by grace.
Well, Mr. Morale doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon because Sergio has finally given him the lead, and Mr. Morale has gone ahead in this game against Ndaboski. Seems those powers have been suppressed by Morale because they don't seem to be working at this point. Ndaboski on the verge of a third loss this season. It's crazy to say a third loss in 3 games, and that's not what you would have expected from Ndaboski. And to see the foul there and decided to play on the advantage, and finally Morale's attack has been subdued. Ndaboski looking to attack now with Florian Wirtz. Finds Kekes, who finds Mike Allister. Back to Kekes, and now Alexander Isak to Dominic Soboslai. You could see the fake move there, and Mr. Morale's defending has just been immense in today's game. Stopping every pass, stopping every shot, stopping every cross. And his attack has almost been inch perfect because every time he goes forward, he looks like he's about to score a goal.
Ooh. Throw in. Soboslai. Konate. Carlister. Ndaboski would want this not to end this way. He would want to pull one back and possibly go for the win. But I don't think Mr. Morale is a pushover as well. Konate. Virgil. Soboslai. Reggiani steals it. Looks for Fabio Silva. Fabio Silva looks for Girassi, but couldn't find him. Verts. McAllister. Isak. It's been a really quiet game for Isak.
Yeah, Isak, aside that chance he had where he struck the post almost at the end of the first half, he's been kept quiet by this Dortmund defense today. I don't know if it's the way Ndaboski has decided to deploy him. I don't know if he's on false 9. I really can't tell, but watch out here because Mr. Morale was looking to start up an attack, and now you know what time it is because it is 87 minutes on the clock and it is game management time.
Game management time. Morale is doing it in a diabolical manner. He doesn't even want the player getting close to him. This is evil.
Say Ndaboski will be looking to apply the high press. That could also leave him exposed at the back. And one thing is for sure, Mr. Morale is going back to his own goal now.
I want to surprise you.
Well, he kind of surprised me there because he's down the flank now, looking to cut inside, and he finds it. He tries to drag back there, but would time be enough? And no, it isn't. Ndaboski has lost his 3rd game in a row, and Mr. Morale has gotten his 2nd win in this Rsdl campaign. 2 wins out of 3, and you could see him call the police, but not from me.
No, he's like calling his ex-girlfriend. I'm winning my game. Okay, we can see this would be a start to forget for Ndaboski. There is something about the Rsdl at every level. The legends get humiliated. Last season in the RS Pro League, it was Venom. Venom is an undisputed legend in the Port gaming scene. But when he came on, he was stalled, humiliated. I mean, he finished at the bottom of the table. And this season, we've started to see early signs of Indabosti towing that Venom line. I just hope for his sake it doesn't happen like that, because I mean some of his mentees are still in this competition, and they are in the higher level, occupying higher positions.
Yeah, probably some of his mentees can actually revenge for him. Who knows? I know one thing is for sure, Eldorado is definitely going to revenge for him. And on your screens, you can see the man Bruce. He's played 2 games and he has 2 draws. And on the other side, we have Coldest Snow. Coldest Snow, who defeated Machala early on today. Can he get his second win of match day 2? Or can Bruce actually get his first win of this Rsdl campaign, the Rivers State Division 2 League?
Definitely, I would be hoping to see Bruce pick his very first win. I mean, he's becoming the draw merchant of the tournament. He cannot continue to give away, like, lose such points. He has lost 4 points already. He just thrown 4 points away. He could have been, he could have been at the top half of the table by now. But a win now would still take him to 5 points, and instead of a potential 9. And I mean, that would still be decent for him going forward. And Coldest Snow, I don't think Coldest Snow would want to leave up right now, because I mean, come on, he just won his last game against Machala, and he would want to maintain that momentum.
Yeah, he definitely wants to maintain that momentum, and that momentum we're about to see if he can maintain it. Bruce, let's talk about Bruce. So far we've not seen the Bruce we saw during the knockout season. Remember 11 saying Bruce is not that good, and well, the Bruce that we saw against 11, we've not seen him in this.
No, I actually will not take 11's opinion on Bruce, because I mean, Bruce beat him. So I'd take the opinion of a player that beat Bruce, right?
Well, you could say it was a one-off game against 11. So
I'd like to see them play again.
Yeah, I still feel it's going to be a tight game. Actually, 11 is someone of really, really great quality.
Yes, decent player.
Yeah, he defeated he actually started his knockout stage campaign on a high. He won his first game 6-1, I think, against Prince G Fresh, and after that, he actually went ahead against Bruce as well. But once Bruce starts bringing out all those tricks from his arsenal, you know what time it is. 11 couldn't cope, and that defense was spread open.
Speaking of Prince G Fresh, there, I mean, he came on and he said he could take anybody in the division, only to be dumped out of the dumped out of the knockout stages. But I mean, I know he's watching at home, and he would be really excited to see some of his friends progress in the tournament. Too bad he didn't make it this far, but I mean, the game is the game. He can always try next season.
He can't win all the time, and the game is the game. Well, so far today we have had about 5 games. No, there are lots of you waiting for that big game, the game between Shoka and Chukuchuku. Shoka, the man from Warri, and Chukuchuku, the man from Bayelsa.
Yes. So it's a Delta versus Bayelsa matchup there to determine who will draw level with Eldorado. At the top, Eldorado is Port Harcourt based, so we can see the Delta Bayelsa Port Harcourt rivalry, shaping up to be interesting and all that, of course. So definitely we would want to see that. We would call that the Niger Delta rivalry.
And probably we would love to actually see a Bayelsa River State matchup. The way people from Lagos and Abuja always have their we have with Bayelsa and River State, and the likes of PJ would like to actually showcase themselves, and now Chukuchuku. Yeah. While River State, we have the champion himself.
Dexter.
We have Dexter. We still have Doom. You still have Eldorado for next time. We have Eldorado.
And there's still Machala waiting in the wings and the rest. And there's some
Controller.
other decent players.
I think most of the time we actually forget about that guy, Controller, because he's a really, really excellent player. Controller, he didn't start the RSPL the way we would have expected, but once he got his groove, anybody who came his way was getting destroyed. any player who came his way was getting absolutely destroyed, and Dexter was almost testifier to that. He actually got, I wouldn't say lucky against Controller. He did win that game 2-1, but Controller actually outplayed him. Controller drew with Doom, and he was finally, because at the point after like match with 2, he sat at 7th on the league.
Yes.
When he ended up finishing, should be 4th or 5th, and I really can't tell, but that guy, once he got his groove on, you know what time it is. The Controller was just, everything was just going right for him. Controls were beginning to look a little bit easier than expected. He was seeking control of every game. Every player that came his way was a victim of his beautiful play style. He's the kind of player that he loves possession. Controller, that's Controller for you.
Yeah, you know, to be very honest, when the league started, I wasn't really a fan of Controller. I didn't really rate the player. But as we this is crazy. If we do a Rivers versus Bielsa, Tactical will have to come home to River State. Tactical is one of the best players in the country. This is like a distress call. Come back home and defend the honor of the state.
Don't you feel calling Tactical will be a bit too much? We already have a lot of competent gamers here in River State, and a chance there for Cold Snow almost getting the lead against Bruce. Back to what we're saying, already have a lot of competent gamers here in River State. So calling Tactical, that's like bringing a bazooka to a gunfight, because you have the likes of Dexter, who are already really good. And talking about people, no, Cold Snow, you can see him pointing to his head. And now I begin to think back of what Eldorado said. Cold Snow is better than Chuku.
That is a controversial statement, was a controversial statement, and will always be a controversial statement. I would want to see how Chuku responds to that. I mean, that was a direct jab. He said Eldorado just came to the commentary gantry and said boldly declared Cold Snow is better than Chuku. And we want to see how Chuku reacts to that. I mean, the best response to that will be to beat Cold Snow and beat Eldorado as well.
Well, it's very possible Cold Snow or Eldorado or Chuku actually defeating Eldorado. I see a comment saying just too cold. Yes, exactly, just too cold. Well, Mbappe is in the box there, and Kobel just sliding out to get the ball. The sweeper keeper activated there, and now Cruz will be looking to quickly equalize to see if he can get himself back in this game.
Hazard Niger there has a comment on the on YouTube. He says how many matches have been played and how many games are left. You people should be flashing the scores on upcoming matches. Okay, Hazard, we do that, but we will do that often for your pleasure. We are here to give you the very best of the gaming experience, so you can support your favorite players with ease. We will do that definitely.
Well, so far we've had 5 games and we have 5 games left. We are currently on the 6th game of match day 2. That just goes to show you we have about 4 games left after this. One of those games being the game between Chuku and Shocker. Back to what we're saying, the River State versus Bayelsa matchup. Do you think Bayelsa bringing the likes of PJ, likes of, I don't know if they will bring Dada Boy. Dada Boy could also be like bringing a bazooka to a gunfight, or bringing a gun to a knife fight. And as for Port Harcourt, we really need to call the likes of Doom or Dexter. We can actually deploy the guys like Eldorado and Machala, and they're probably going to do us proud.
There's a comment again that says Dexter would have to clean the controllers for the gamers, because Tactical and Beginner, Dexter's older brother, would be representing us. No, I never knew Dexter's older brother was a gamer too.
Oh, I've heard lots and lots of things of Beginner being one of the best in River State. But like I said, would it really be important to get them to this kind of game? Well, talking about important, that was an important block by Felan Mendy to still keep Bruce in this game, because Cold Snow was about to go up by 2 goals. It's been all Cold Snow in this game. And once again, talk about Bruce. said he's your favorite player coming into this RSDL.
He was my favorite player.
Oh,
I'm
that's a
shopping
quick
for a new
change
favorite
there.
player. I'm shopping for a new favorite player right now. Bruce has let me down on more than one occasion. I mean, this is not what I expected to see him do. But there's still a lot to play for in this game. It's a slim lead, 1-0 margin. It's a surmountable lead. So Bruce can still, find something, get something, even if it's a draw, and solidify that reputation as a draw merchant.
Well, we are 38 minutes on the clock, and Coldest Snow still leads the game by 1-0, and he's looking on the attack again. He finds Fabio Silva, who has been really vital for him. Tries a shot with Karim Adeyemi there, but he'll have to settle for a throw in. I saw a comment again from Hazard 9 just saying, in summary, Bielsa would have to sit this one out. I'm not one to underrate Bielsa players, but need I remind you of the man PJ, the man who scored the most goals in the RSPL last season? And we're still talking about the guy Chuku, who has been making waves so far in the RSDL this season. PJ and Chuku definitely will be representing Bielsa. You see Nature there trying to finesse the ball, which is actually he's a defender, and that's actually surprising. Well, we are at halftime now, and Coldest Snow is still in the lead. 1 goal up against Bruce. Everything just seems to be going wrong for Bruce.
Going really wrong for Bruce right now. I mean, I don't know what to say. This man at the start of the tournament, he was my favorite because, I mean, everybody loves a good underdog story, but so far, Bruce has just been able to rack 2 points from a possible 6 points. And now, if this game stays this way, he would have to, settle with 2 points from 3 games, which is not good by any stretch of the imagination. And I mean, if it stays this way the whole tournament, it's a guaranteed relegation, from the pyramid altogether. But I believe Bruce still has a lot to play for. There's a lot to play for in this game. Valverde going up now, finds Rodrigo. Rodrigo finds Mbappe. Coldest Snow defense really good. Oh, Gregor Kobel stops that shot. Wins the corner there. That was a wayward pass. Akansul picks that up, and it's a counter already for Coldest Snow. The defender leading the charge. The things you would rarely see.
Oh! 200 IQ play there by Coldest Snow. Everyone was expecting the cutback, but this guy decided to go for the cross, and Adeyemi heads home, and Coldest Snow has increased his goal tally because he now leads Bruce 2 goals to nil.
Coldest Snow has this celebration where he points to his head as if to say, it's all in here, it's all in here. For you to defeat me, you have to come here. Beautiful to see. Bruce still trying to get one back. Mbappe, twisting and turning. Vinicius Jr. Gregor Kobel blocks again.
Now you see Coldest Snow actually using the 4-4-2. How many times do we see a player opt for the 4-4? FC26 has been about the 4-4-1-1. I feel that should be the meta formation, and basically every player looks to use the 4-4-1-1. Both wingers on inside forward. So I actually find it fascinating when I see players opt for the 4-3-3 or for the 4-4-2. Well, I feel every player has what works for them, and so why should you change it to just follow the crowd?
Yes, of course, every player has exactly what works for them. Tested and proven strategies they use to stay in the games. But if it works, why change it? Why bother changing it if it works? So it's beautiful to see that these players have different tactical approaches to the Militao could have pulled one back there but that was blocked by on the counter. Breaks back. Oh, beautiful pass there, finds Sehu Girassi. Oof, that was a wayward finish. I don't think he
Yeah, the finesse kind of went wrong in that situation. Coldest Snow, he wouldn't really beat himself up because he leads by 2 goals and seems to be quite comfortable in this game. He still has control of the game. game is still basically in his hands. Well, that could change real soon because Bruce tried to finesse the ball there with Chouameni from outside the 18-yard area. But once again, Coda Snow's back line.
You know, there's a comment on YouTube that says from Hazard Niger. He says, "You just know Bruce does not watch enough YouTube videos. Play creative and crazy. Stop simple gameplay gimmick. You're not Anders." That is brutal criticism there, but I think everybody just has what works for them, and so far the simple gameplay has been working for Bruce. Not just today, as he is trailing by 2 goals against Coda Snow in the 72nd minute of gameplay. Fire. Ooh. Mecha. Sabitzer. Twisting and turning. Sehu Gurasi. Oh, that could have been a third. But Thibaut Courtois kept the scoreline respectable. Coda Snow has won a corner. Anyways, Fabio Silva finds Ryerson. Twist and turns. Ryerson.
At this point, Coda Snow, he's in the lead and he's still managing to keep possession really, really well. I don't know if you up for game management, but it's a bit too early because
too early for that.
Yeah, well, we've seen someone like Eldorado start game management from the 50th minute.
Eldorado was afraid. I mean, he started that a bit too early against the player that he should not literally fear. Bayer, that is a. Oh, Bayer makes it 3. Coda Snow. This is total demolition. Coda Snow is cooling Bruce right now. Bruce would be wondering what went wrong. How did everything go wrong? It's done. What to do, Daniel? It's done. Of course, it is done. There's no coming back from this. In the 85th minute, 3 goals up, and Coda Snow is still asking questions, still probing, still looking for an opening. He wants to totally decimate his man, and Bruce has an opportunity here. Now, that was. Ooh.
The extra pass there by Coda Snow. At this time, you could say he's actually taking the piece because he knows this game is basically over. And he tries to stop it there. His reaction there, that was a huge miss, but he's already won the game, so it's really nothing. It's the 91st minute on the clock, and at this point, we're waiting for the referee to sound his whistle, and he has sounded the whistle, and Coda Snow has gotten his second win for today. The first win against the man Machala, and now a clean sheet against Bruce. Bruce, who had lots and lots of expectations coming into the Rsdl season. So far, he's not lived up to those expectations.
My former favorite player.
Former. So, if I may ask, who is currently your favorite player?
Well, I will definitely not say Eldorado, of course, because Eldorado is not my favorite player. I mean, I'm not a fan, but I'd have to pick. That would be. I would not say Chukwuchuka. I don't really fancy his gameplay, but I think I'd have to go with Shocker right now. Shocker.
Yeah, that's actually a good shout. Shocker is, but Chukwuchuka and Shocker almost play the same way. Like, Chukwuchuka is more this passing guy, looking for speed. You could even see it in the game against Indabuski yesterday when he went behind. He went behind 1-0, and he didn't go away from his principles. He was still passing, and finally he found our space with Solot, and he blasted it into the top left corner, and he won the game. So that's he's a really he's someone I think we should all watch out for in this Rsdl tournament.
Yes, our next game definitely will be 1A1, the player lock Maestro against Machala. Machala is still looking for his first win this tournament. Still looking for it, and I mean, what be disappointing to actually see, um, struggle this early. But I think, I mean, good things come to those who wait.
Yeah, yeah,
So of
exactly.
course,
They
let's
say
see.
he who laughs last laughs
Laughs
best.
best.
Well, could that saying actually work here? Because he might not laugh first, and he might not
I
even laugh
mean,
last
why
at
you
all.
not laugh? Why other people they laugh? I mean, why don't you laugh early? I mean, it's just like, putting light at the end of the tunnel. Why don't you just light the whole tunnel up so you can see from the beginning to the end? You have to put the light at the end. I mean, what's the light at the end of the tunnel doing there? So I'd like to see what would be the outcome of the Machala versus 1A1 game. This game is slightly in favor of Machala, if you ask me. But 1A1 is a tactical player.
Yeah, yeah,
Tactical
a
player, and
very,
he's
very, very
notorious.
tactical. If you remember correctly, he went 2 goals down against Bruce yesterday,
Yeah.
and he was still able to equalize that game. One thing's for sure, that 1A1 can't just be written off. He's not the kind of player that you should write off. I'm seeing a comment here saying shocker for the league. Well, the league is still far from done, and there might be many, many surprises. I remember in the RSPL at a point, people were saying PJ for the league. It looked like PJ was about to do the impossible. But then again, Dexter said in his words, while I was sleeping, my God was fighting for me.
Oh God, Shocker for the win. I mean, I may be forced to agree with you because Shocker is now my new favorite player. I mean, Bruce has broken my heart in 1,000 pieces, and I just hope Shocker can mend my broken heart. But I had high hopes for Bruce, and I believe he'll want to put this opening experience behind him. Three matches, one loss, 2 draws. It's not what we expected from a player of Bruce's talents, and of course he'd want to put that behind him and return next week stronger and guns blazing and all that. And the surprising thing is, we will have just 9 players qualify for the Pro League. So the slots are now, they're now smaller. They're now smaller slots for the Pro League. So it's everybody has to fight. Everybody has to give everything they have to, fight. The last fixture for tonight will be Shocker versus Chuku Chuku, the match of the day. This is the match everybody would want to see because they want to see who is the bigger player of the two. I know a lot of fans would be, they've been waiting for that match and they would want to, see what would be the outcome of that game. So, guys, right now we're going on a short break to just shout out to our sponsors, and then we'll be back shortly. Thank you very much. Can see a cross section of the fans and the other players, and we can see the Fat Pro PJs in the studio to support his brothers from the Bielsa contingent. PJ, PJ is getting comfortable in the studio because he's waiting for all of them in the Elite League, and he's like saying to them, if you're good enough, qualify from the Division 2, come to the Pro League, win all your matches, qualify for the Elite League and meet me there. That is what PJ seems to be saying to the other players. Yeah. I am sure that
I think he has the right to be cocky at this point.
Yes.
Finishing in the top 3, where you saw players like Dexter and Doom, it's not something everybody can boast of doing. And the fact that he almost had the chance to actually win the league, but at the end it didn't happen for him. But that just goes to show how much of a quality player that he is. We're into the next game of match day 2. 1A1 against Machala.
And if you remember, Machala actually denied PJ from winning the league last season. Machala beat PJ by 3 goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was like a serious dent in PJ's armor. And PJ would be more than happy to see 1A1 beat Machala today, so he can at least have his pound of flesh back. If he cannot play him physically, if he cannot play him right now, he'd want another player to play him and hurt his chances for qualification.
Yeah, talking about that Machala PJ game, I just remember anytime I remember Machala's reaction after the game, I just have a good laugh because he's such a character, man. Like Machala, he's definitely going to make you laugh with the amount of taunts, and it's quite surprising that we've not seen that in this season. And you could say it's because maybe he's not yet gotten a win. So
Yes, of course. I mean,
a lot of people will be praying for the win so that they can see those taunts.
Yeah, would you want to mock your opponents if you're losing? No, I mean, come on, you have to win to be able to do that. That is just the truth of it. You've seen Eldorado back. His mouth is coming back because I mean he's winning his games. But if you cannot win your games, what's the need of talking? There's no need to say anything because I mean you look funny.
Well, 15 minutes on the clock and it is still goalless. And we've not even seen a shot so far in this game. The ball has just been rotated in the middle of the park more often than not. And now Machala was looking to see if maybe he could instigate something with Olise there, but 1A1 was able to get the ball back. But Machala again has gotten it back and now trying to build up something with Joshua Kimmich. Finds Olise into Musiala. The number 10 for both he's number 42 for Bayern and the number 10 for Germany. Well, Machala has gotten the ball again. Joshua Kimmich finds Olise. Once you are down the wing with Olise, my about to witness something special from the left-footed Frenchman, and Olise finds Harry Kane. Harry Kane is in the box, and yes, Machala has gotten ahead.
The trusty Harry Kane.
You can see there.
Smile is there.
1-0. Machala up against 1A1. Harry Kane just going through the defense and putting the ball there past the goalkeeper. There was definitely no chance there for the goalkeeper to stop that because I wonder how it would have happened.
I mean, he slid through there like knife through butter.
That shot was it was really unstoppable there, and Machala has gotten himself the lead. Now the question begs, can he keep this lead? It's not about how you start, but how you finish. Machala has started well in some games, but then he begins to fall off and ends up losing or dropping points in that game. Well, he really hopes to change that in this particular game because you don't want to go ahead and then end up dropping points. That's not a good look for you. For predictions, currently Machala leads this game 1-0, and still 25 minutes in. That means it's still a long time, and definitely we expect to see more goals because, of course, two attacking powerhouses. 1A1, the man who is particularly known for doing those player locks and player lock cancels. Machala, one of the most adaptable players we've seen in the River State League, right from the RSPL, and even now in the Rsdl. And 1A1 trying to cut the ball back.
That was brilliant defending by Machala. I mean, he anticipated the cutback and blocked it perfectly.
Hopefully, he was just there to stop that cutback pass, and that could have been 1-1 there. Well, Machala has gifted the ball to 1A1 again, and 1A1, you can see the player locked there trying to slide a through ball in behind Machala's defense, but no, that wasn't the case. Now Machala is looking to build up something with Santos, Luis Diaz, who finds Harry Kane to Jamal Musiala back to Harry Kane, but then again,
careless there, lost the ball there carelessly, and
there. Harry Kane now, he takes shot and finds the ball almost fell back to him again, but then 1-1's defense has kind of been steady. Now you can see him trying to use Pedri to slide a through pass to Marcus Rashford. It's been chaotic in this middle of the park now because both players seem to get the ball and immediately lose it. Well, 1-1 now finds Marcus Rashford. He's isolated against Manuba. He cuts back and now he finds Dani Olmo outside the area. And Dani Olmo creates something special. The number 10 for Spain finds Pedri. Pedri is at the edge of the box and Pedri tries to send a dribbling pass into the area, but no, Macala's defense was too compact for that. And now Macala is on the attack with Luis Diaz, and 1-1 has gifted the ball back to him again. And now Luis Diaz, Musiala, what can he do here? Musiala, you see the player locked there on Harry Kane, but it just didn't happen. And well, we are at the end of the first half. Macala still leads this game by 1-0.
Disappointing half there for 1-1. I believe he will want to get back in the game as soon as possible. Machala having a field day already, trying to defend that lead and pile more damage, inflict more wounds on 1-1. Bernal sends the ball to Koundé. Koundé finds Lamine Yamal. Oh, Lamine Yamal again. Twists and turns. Finds Bernal. Olmo. Oh, still there by Santos. Musiala has the ball. Moving up, Harry Kane tries to find Olise, but unsuccessfully. Koundé picks the ball again. Lamine Yamal, Bernal, Pedri. Oh, that was a beautiful pass, but that was cut out by Manuba. Jonathan Tah now. Kimmich. Kimmich finds Kane. Kane plays it short to Musiala. Musiala finds Kane again. Oh, Musiala again. Kane now. Santos. Bernal steals it. Araujo finds Koundé. They seem to be, losing possession easily.
And the way 1-1 is playing, he looks like he's about to score a goal. He's unlocked some levels of really, really sleek gameplay in this second half. And I feel if he keeps it up like this, he's definitely bound to score a goal. Now the question is, can he outscore someone like Machala? Because Machala, if he wants to go for goal, he's there. If he wants to go miss for miss, also there.
Also there. Miss for miss. Oh, that's a corner. Kimmich finds Musiala. Keeps it short. Kimmich moves again. Looking for Santos. Finds him. Oh, that ball goes back to Kimmich. Kimmich finds Tah. Tah plays to Kimmich. I mean, he's just twisting and turning around the edge of the box. 1-1 better be careful now. That was intercepted, but he wins a throw-in deep into the opponent's half.
1-1 is yet to get a win so far, I think.
Oh, finds Luis Diaz. Kimmich. Kimmich can't seem to thread the ball past. So Fermin picks it up, finds Pedri. Pedri finds Rashford. Rashford advances, finds Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal is trying to find... Oh, that was a steal there. Ball goes back to Kane. Kane sets up Olise. Olise returns the ball back to Kane. Kane slowly progresses. Oh, that pass could have gone through if not for Christensen. Christensen breaks up, finds Rashford. Rashford sends the ball to Fermin. Fermin is struggling between Manuba and Jonathan Tah there, but unsuccessfully. Offley passes the ball to Luis Diaz. It's a 1-2 pass there, Offley and Luis Diaz, but no progress has been made on that flank. Recycles it back to Tah. Tah to Ito. Ito to Manuba. Manuba finds Ito.
At this point, I think both players, Machala, will be looking to just run down the time because 74 minutes on the clock. He's up 1 goal. No need to risk it so much. Well, talking about running down the time. Oh, he hit the post there. And you could see his reaction. He was about to uproot the net with that shot. But 1-1's goal post, the crossbar, was his savior. And now, would that be something? Because 1-1 tries to counter-attack quickly. But again, Jonathan Tah, who you can actually say has been the man of the match in this game,
Yes.
was there to just stop that pass. Machala looking to grab his first win. Safe to say this could actually be his first win since he won against PJ in the RSPL last season.
Yes, and that was a lot of matches ago.
Yeah, talking about PJ, he actually won a tournament yesterday. That just goes to show the quality. The quality is there, it's everywhere. PJ finishing third in the RSPL and now also winning up a tournament. Shout out to PJ.
Shout out to PJ.
One of the best players, one of the best players in the South, one of the best players in River State, the Bayelsa boy, PJ, winning a tournament yesterday and also taking third in the RSPL, and he sits comfortably waiting for others to join in the Elite League this season. And now Machala, this is trolling at this point because see, he's trying to activate the game management. 1-1 should be able to high press him. I expect someone like Machala, and now you could see the high press there. Machala has lost the ball in the box, and Femi Lopez has equalized.
You don't.
Game management's going wrong there by Machala.
You don't make that mistake against 1A1. You do not want to make that mistake against a player like 1A1. That was careless. That was wayward. That was disappointing from Machala. We expected him to get his first win of the tournament, but that was careless passing there. Just lackadaisical passing, nonchalant. There are adjectives. We lack adjectives to describe that. Gameplay there by Machala, and it's disappointing. You can see that smile on his face.
See that back heel pass to that Femi Lopez there was just too sleek. Like that's quality over there. 1A1. That just goes to show you this guy is a quality player. This guy has quality all over the pitch. Well, the game is not over yet, and Machala almost getting a goal for himself in the last minute, but the game is over now, and Machala threw away the lead in the last minute. 1A1 was able to get an equalizer. Machala still looking for 3 points in the RSPL this season.
I mean, you could write a whole song about how Machala has played this season, and I mean, it would be a heartbreak song because how do you lose from that position? How do you lose? This game was already dead and buried. You just needed a minute or 2 minutes to just, hold on to the play and, put this 3 points in the bag. But Machala let it go. I mean, I am disappointed, utterly disappointed.
Yeah, that was sort of like the game management. You wouldn't really blame him. It was already its 7th minute, and he probably wanted to manage the game and see if he can just see off the win. But against someone like 1A1, his pressing is so coordinated. You see the way he does apply pressure with 3 players, and Machala at that point didn't even know what to do. He just gave the pass, and 1A1 in that situation. Oh, that back here once again, and see the composure to actually fake shots before finessing into the back of the net with Femi Lopez was something second to none. And you can see on your screen the last fixture. That is the match of the day: Shoka against Chukwuchukwu. And well, the game that you've all been waiting for, Shoka against Chukwuchukwu.
Stay glued to your screens right now because 2 of the biggest this season are facing up against each other. This would be an early, table decider right now. Of course, Machala has played more, Eldorado has played more games and has more wins than both of them, so he sits comfortably at the top of the table. But one of these men would either join him, or this game could end in a draw, and Machala would be the undisputed king of the log in the second day of the first week. So it remains to be seen what would happen. I mean, Chukwuchukwu is a decent player. He comes with a lot of pedigree, and Shoka as well. One of the favorites to win it all this season is Shoka. I mean, he has dispatched everybody he has played from the qualifiers. I think he won every game, or he drew 1 game in the qualifiers. And he has won everything since then. Chukwuchukwu, on the other hand, has been decent from the start of the tournament this season. So it's left to be seen what would happen, what will be the outcome of this game. As usual, you can drop your predictions in the comments. We want to see who you're picking to, grab this one between Chukwuchukwu and and Shaka. We can see already in the comments. Let's go. Duru Daniel has been waiting. Duru Daniel, shout out to you. You've been our most active fan today. You've been the most active supporter. If you keep this up, I assure you there's something for you at the end of the season. Just make sure you keep the energy and keep, sending in those responses and all that, and also send in your your game predictions. Let us see who you think. Rukewa Prevail says Shaka to brush off Chuku Chuku for me. 3+ goal lead. That is really, really audacious predictions there. But I think if you can give us, definite goal margins, that would be beautiful. But 3+ goal lead is, that is kind of disrespectful to Chuku Chuku. And let us take our minds back to when Eldorado said that, I would never forget this. I would not forget it this week when Eldorado said that Cold as Snow is a better player than Chuku Chuku, and I don't want to believe that. And I think I would back Chuku Chuku this time to be Shaka.
Well, Chuku Chuku, I don't know if he heard those words, but he should be proving Eldorado wrong by putting up a fight against a man like Shaka. Second against third. Both players won their 2 games in the Rsdl this season. Both players who respect themselves. Both players coming from outside River State to do battle in River State. The final match of match day 2. Shaka against Chuku Chuku. Chuku Chuku, the man who has always used Atletico Madrid, and Shaka, the man who opts for Liverpool in this game. This is basically one of the most intense games, and I promise you it is going to live up to the expectations. These are the 2 titans that have all been waiting for in this game. This fixture right from the beginning, everyone has been asking, when is Shaka playing? Well, Shaka is on your screens right now. He's about to play third, the man who sits on the 3rd position currently in the league in Chuku Chuku. Shaka currently sitting on 2nd.
Weird choice of team there, Chuku Chuku. Who uses Atletico Madrid? Looks like you're coming to defend, but Chuku Chuku is not the kind of player that packs the bus. He comes out to attack, but weird choice of team there in Atletico Madrid, and we would want to see the outcome of this game. Like I said earlier, I think there would be an upset here. Shaka is clearly the favorite to take this one, but Rsdl can be the Rsdl, and there would be a Shaka for Shaka.
Yeah, there could be a Shaka for Shaka, and Chuku Chuku will be looking to actually shock the fans with a win, because it seems everyone is tipping Shaka to win this game, and we are on the way for the match of the day. Chuku Chuku against Shaka, and of course Chuku Chuku in the usual colors of Atletico Madrid's blue kicks off this game. Some passes in the middle of the park. Nobody is in a rush to attack. Trying to see those passes to see how Shaka would deploy his press, and immediately he does that because he's gotten the ball now, and he has Mohamed Salah, who say he's playing at a wing back or at a right back in this position, because that's quite deep for the Egyptian. Well, we see that crossfield ball there, and now Chuku Chuku has been able to get the ball and will be looking to counter attack with Barrios, who finds Antoine Griezmann, and it's the first time through ball, and Nico Gonzalez, he gets the ball back, and Shaka finally able to clear his lines with a pass, and now Shaka will be looking to attack on his own end. 8 minutes in, and you can already see lots of action
already. This promises to be intense end-to-end football. Both of them are very capable attacking players, and would like to see how this would end. Barrios finds Matt Pubil. Alvarez sends that pass straight into the path of Nico. Nico twists and turns. Dapo steals that one. Finds Kerkesh. Kerkesh finds Konate. Konate threats to pass to Gomez. Gomez moves. Mohamed Salah. The Egyptian king is cruising in midfield, looking for the opening to pass. He finds Isaac. Isaac finds McAllister. Allister back to Isaac. Crazy. Mohamed Salah takes the corner short. That's Oboslai. Kerkish finds McAllister again. Konate. Kerkish. You can tell that Chuku knows how to defend, and he's defending effectively right now because he's blocking all those passing lanes. Kitike. Oh, he had triggered that player, but that ball finds Kerkish again. Atletico Madrid sitting deep in the traditional fashion, trying to stifle the attack by Shocker. By Chuku rather.
It's been a kind of close game. Chuku keeping that defense compact, and Shocker trying to pass to see if he can find space, and he don't find space there, and the header by Dominic Soboslai. He's just wide of the post.
Oh,
Shocker has had two really good opportunities in this first half. One blocked by Chuku's defense, and the other now just wide of the post. And now Chuku finally has the chance to get on the ball and do those fancy passes. You could see him with Nico Gonzalez down the flank. Now he'll be looking to cut inside. Well, Shocker is still defending deep, and Chuku is not finding those passing lanes that he will usually find against other opponents. But now he triggers Mark Pubi, the right back, and Antoine Griezmann. And we kind of lost the ball there easily to Virgil van Dijk, and now finally Shocker has the chance to regroup, and he doesn't choose to regroup because he's quickly on the attack once again. And now Keke twisting and turning in the middle of the park, and Chuku was just looking to deploy the team press to see if he could catch Shocker out. Both players are being too cautious. Nobody wants to go behind first, and you could see it. That was really silk play there by Shocker. Now he finds Mohamed Salah, who plays a through pass, but did not go to the intended player. And now Shocker has gotten the ball back again, and now he has Cody Gakpo on it with Mohamed Salah, who is in midfield this time around. Finds Cody Gakpo, and Gakpo finds Alexander Isak. But again, it's just wide of the post.
yes, we got off the half-hour mark like 10 minutes ago, and there's still no goal in this game. It's 40 minutes so far, and you know it's a 0-0 draw so far, and ball players cancelling each other out. No goals yet. Beautiful attacking chances, beautiful gameplay, and it's been end-to-end football. Although we've not seen the rewards yet, but Mohamed Salah is attacking down that flank. Joe Gomez comes in handy. Oh, tries to pass, but Koke steals it. Soblazai steals it back. Finds Mohamed Salah. Salah twists and turns. Finds Gomez. Lukman steals that. They seem to be giving away possession rather cheaply. Barrios. Oh, that is the end of the first half.
It has been a really tight game indeed. 0-0 at the end of the first half. How many times have we seen that this season in the Rsdl?
I mean, I think these players are being too respectful. They're being too respectful right now. Nobody's trying to make a mistake, and they're being too careful. Nobody wants to make a mistake. Nobody wants to take risks and all that. But this is not why we're here. We want to see a winner. We don't want the draw. Just give us a win. Give us goals. Isak.
Oh, talking about wins. Yeah, Cody Gakpo into the top corner. Soccer by name, shocking by nature. This guy is just special.
That was beautiful. I didn't expect that shot from there, but he just took it right at the edge of the box. I don't think Chuku expected that shot either.
Well, now the game will kind of be a bit more open because I feel Chuku would be looking to actually attack to equalize, and that could actually leave some spaces in behind and let Shocker get more goals. Well, we're about to find out. 52 minutes on the clock. Shocker finally leads in this game, and I really can't tell what options he has his players on, because tell me why Isak is in midfield and Mohamed Salah was playing as a right back at the start of this game. This guy might just be a tactical genius. They were talking about tactics.
Almost got his second there, but he got a corner instead. The complexion of this game has totally changed. You know, ever since that goal came, Shocker is attacking with more threatening chances now, and Chuku has been forced to defend. and defend. Ekitike on that flank, twisting and turning, looking for his man. He finds Gakpo. Gakpo finds Kerkes. Kerkes plays it short with Virgil. Virgil twists and turns. Oh, finds Gakpo again. Gakpo finds Soboslai. Soboslai sends the ball straight. That was broken out. Can Chuku start his own build-up from behind? Koke finds Lukman. Lukman plays it short. Alvarez picks it. That was an audacious cross, but cancelled out by Konate. Shocker tries to recircle the pass from behind. Oh, that's a foul. He'd heave a sigh of relief now. Kerkesh. That long through ball finds Gakpo. Gakpo sends it back. Gakpo plays the ball to McAllister. McAllister plays Kerkesh on. Kerkesh finds a Kitike. Oh! Beautiful. The Egyptian king has gotten his name on the score sheet for Shocker.
Who is this guy? Shocker. Beautiful gameplay there from this guy.
Said I found my second favorite player now. So going forward, Shocker is my favorite player. Bruce lost his position to Shocker as my favorite player, and of course, now Shocker doesn't want to take his foot off the gas, still playing. Ekitike finds Isaac, triggers the run from Salah. Oh, that was cut out. Hanko finds Nico. Mark Puville sends a pass to Griezmann. Griezmann has been ineffective so far, but he tries that pass to Alvarez. Tries a chip, but Mamadashvili came off and cleared his lines. Milos Kerkesh plays the ball to McAllister. McAllister, oh, that was a beautiful pass there. Finds Gakpo, makes a beautiful run, sends the ball. Oh, that was wayward. Nico finds Griezmann. Atletico Madrid can seem to find answers. Oh, was that an offside? No, it wasn't.
It's only a goal. Wow, that through ball there by Antoine Griezmann. I really can't understand what happened there. Well, Chuku has pulled one back, and we are waiting to see if he can actually get a draw or a win out of this game. Well, 80 minutes on the clock, and I feel at this point Shocker would opt for game management. Well, it seems that's what he's about to do, or is he that kind of player? Because now he seems to be attacking again, and McAllister and Alexander Isak, and he ball on this side, and of course it's in. Alexander Isak has finally gotten his goal, and Shocker has restored his 2-goal lead.
Never in doubt, never change Shocker, never change. Chuku has been blown away. In fact, Chuku has been shocked. Yesterday they connived together. Chuku chuked in the Boski, and Shocker shocked him. But today it's been Shocker's turn to shock Chuku, and Chuku is, he's out of ideas.
Must say that offside trap activation there was actually a mistake, and Chuku finally has a chance to get another goal, but the diving header was just off target. At this point, you can say it's game done. I feel Shocker has already gotten the win here.
Yes, but will he want to do the game management thing, or is he too big of a player to want to try that? So he finds Gakpo. He's looking for another goal, but misplaces that pass. I know Chuku want to pull one back, or want to keep the scoreline respectable. It's 90th minute, just 1 minute left. I think this will be the last attacking chance of the game. Oh, Konate blocks it out. So at this point, we can say it's game over. That's the final whistle. It has gone. And Shocker has shocked Chuku.
Well, the game is over, and that was the final game of match day 2. Shocker against Chuku. Shocker actually coming out on top in that game. 3-1, and now he will sit comfortably at the top alongside El Dorado.
I actually expected this to happen because, there was no way we would see a draw in this game. as both players wanted to win, and a draw would not be, a draw would not be what they wanted. But it is what it is, and that's how the game has ended. And at the end of the day, Shocker came out tops, beating Chuku Chuku there comfortably to secure a place at the top of the table with. Check. Right now I am with Chuku Chuku. Chuku Chuku, your gravy train ground to a halt against Shocker. I mean, you started the season decently. You started with 2 wins in 2 games, and on the very third game, you lost to Shocker. I mean, there is no shame in losing to a man like Shocker, but what do you think you could have done differently?
Well, I think I played my best, but he's someone I've always looked up to right from when I started playing FIFA. Generally, he has always been a better man. So actually, nice.
Okay, I mean, he played your best, but he was the better player on the day. But I mean, are you saying he is the better overall player? Are you saying? Thank you very much for your honesty, and I hope that your team will start winning you return to winning ways on your next game. Right about now, I'll just head over to him as he talks to the man Shocker, getting his third win out of 3 possible. About gameplay, I don't know if you remember Rsdl. Remember PGA going along the same line, saying that nobody was capable of beating him, that he had faced all the top opponents. And even when he defeated Dexter, it goes to 2. He felt that he had already won it. But now, do you see something like that happening to you, or you have the right to mentality? You want more meaning for the it's even the self-hate. Okay, we have come to the end of the second day of the first game week. Milia, I mean, like you said yesterday that you were surprised about some of the players they gave their A game. Would you say today was a better day?
Yes, today was definitely better than yesterday. I mean, most of the players who didn't really do their best yesterday came in today with their A games, and we saw the surprising moments and the heartbreak moments from people who we felt were going to do better today. So yeah, today was better.
Okay, yesterday you told me about the player that you were disappointed in. Would you say there is a player you were disappointed in today?
Not really. I'm proud of every one of them. They came in with their best, but I'm even more proud of Codest. Codest, no.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, fine. So is Mr. Morale still your favorite player?
Of course he is. Always will be.
Mr. Morale, you really should buy Millie a drink. I mean, she's been supporting you from the beginning. But for me, my favorite player changed today. I mean, I was supporting Bruce from the beginning, but Bruce broke my heart in 1,000 pieces. And I think now my favorite player will now be Shocker. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to shout out to our sponsors, especially my favorite sponsor, the refreshment guys. I mean,
Just Shops, of course.
Just Shops. I
Yeah.
love everything they've done. Want to shout out to Game Aid. Want to shout out to the Esports News Africa. Want to shout out to Esports Federation of Nigeria. Of course, KD Esports, and of course, 43 Esports for putting together this wonderful tournament. Want to shout out to the fans. It's because of you we are here. I mean, you've been watching, you've been supporting, you've been commenting, and I see your predictions and all that. Some of you are really lucky you've got the prediction spot on, and some of you are not quite, but keep trying. At the end of the season, the most active supporter may get a prize from me personally. May get a prize from me. So guys, until we come your way again next week, my name is Khan, and this is
Milia.
Stay safe and have a wonderful time. Bye.
Bye.